What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams and we get live people. Okay. Hold on. Camera's off. We highly appreciate it. Yeah, man, back off vacation, man. Here we go back to fucking work tomorrow. Ooh, trying to try some different type of beer. It's okay. I think I'm gonna go with the Blue Moon. That shit good. So shout out to Blue Moon. So hopefully everybody had a good week, man. I had a fucking great vacation, man. Took all the kids, man. All my god kids had a fucking great vacation. Yeah, shout out to my brother Bell in the building. What up, bro, Bell? Yeah, man, had a good vacation, man. I needed that fucking vacation. Now I'm back to the bullshit. Now I'm back at work and shit, man. I go right back to work tomorrow. But anyway, people. I said I wasn't gonna do a fucking live stream probably to next week, but I thought I would go back to work today, but I didn't. So I go back tomorrow. So yeah, I said fuck it. Let me go ahead. I'm washing clothes and cooking and shit. My wife, I was looking for my daughter for some sneakers for school and shit like that. Little shit we gotta get. Excuse me. So I said, fuck it. Let me go ahead. Just get my daughter just got lunch. Just order something to eat. I said, fuck it. Let me go ahead and do a live stream, man. And I've been sitting on this shit with this nigga Coon Tatum, man. This shit be getting on my nerves. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. What up, L? Oh yeah, man. I appreciate it though. Yeah, gotta stay safe out here, man. Listen, as a black person in America, we ain't safe nowhere unless we're amongst our own. I'm just being honest about it. But then you got this type of nigga, this nigga Coon Tatum out here on this bullshit. I might get a cup. I don't like drinking out no fucking bottle, man. Give me 1 second, y'all. Fuck me. My bad, people. Thought I didn't take the chicken out, but I did. Shit in the refrigerator. I'm tripping. But yeah, man. This nigga offered Tatum, man. I've been sitting on this shit for a little minute since I've been on vacation. Cause y'all know I try to keep up on certain shit, but I mainly didn't because I was just out. Man, the kids kept me busy and shit, man. Kept me and my wife busy. We was out fucking doing everything, man. We was out go-kart riding, went to the fucking miniature golf. Fuck else we do? Went bowling. We went bowling twice. Went to a fair, went to a broad walk or some shit like that. Souvenir shopping and all types of shit like that. Went out to buffets and restaurants and shit. Out there just being on vacation. You know what I mean? But it was mainly we enjoyed ourselves because the kids enjoyed themselves, and they go back to school not this week but next week. So try to do something for the kids, man. Especially had to take my godsons and shit. I had to take them to this time as well because we didn't take them last time. So they was highly pissed at me. You know what I mean? So we had to take their ass. But we had a ball with them, man. Like they played PlayStation damn near half of the time and shit. So, But we did a lot of shit. We was leaving like 10, 12 o'clock 10 in the morning, 12 in the evening, and ain't getting back to like late at night. They was swimming all the fucking time. They wanted to go to the little indoor pool we had at the hotel. You know what I mean? We was in the penthouse, boo. Shit was fly. But anyway, they was like, this all us? Yeah. We was out that bitch getting it in. Nah, I didn't see that. I heard she was talking some shit, L. I heard she was talking some shit. Listen, I can I just say this too, because we gonna get into this. Listen, can we stop stop being shocked of some of these coon ass niggas? Like some of these black folks that wind up being coon ass niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't have listen, I don't agree with everything from the FBA. You know what I mean? I don't agree with every motherfucking thing, but I don't shit on the movement. You know what I mean? There's no reason to shit on the movement like that. At the end of the day, the type of shit that a lot of these coon ass niggas is doing, saying about the FBA, or a lot of these racist ass, or these white folks out here talking about the FBAs and shit, or some of these minority groups and shit, these immigrants, they saying the shit about FBAs that we racist, we KKK and all that shit. You know, listen, they said this shit about the Black Panther, nigga. They said this shit about the Nation of Islam. So, like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, honestly, not to be disrespectful to you, LT, but I don't really give a fuck about Tasha K. Fuck that bitch. That bitch is ratchet as fuck. Nobody got time for that hood rat bitch. All she do is talk about gospel. Like she just gospel all the time. Nobody give a fuck about that bitch. She's actually a part of the community that's bad. So fuck her. She's a part of the problem. How somebody that all she does is ratchet shit talk about a movement that try to uplift our people. Tell me how that works out for everybody. But anyway, let's move on, y'all. I want to really get in this Brandon Tate shit. Now, there's a couple of things with this Brandon Tate clip. He's on the Chris Cuomo show, and he explains about the Noel case. He lies, he makes up shit, and then his number one target is always us, our people. It's black folks. And then he wonder why he gets the feedback that he gets. But I think he knows why. But I think he just try to play like he doesn't know fuck going on. And I want to play a clip that Willie D played, that he sat down with a brother that's like a psychologist or something like that, and how disrespectful he was by interrupting the dude. But when he had a conversation with Nancy Grace, I'm sorry, he was very respectful of her, and she was actually, and she can come off as rude as fuck. I think she's rude a lot of the times, but it's just maybe her temperament. But anyway, let's get into this bozo real quick, and then we talk a little bit about Acho, whatever the fuck his name is. Van Jones says some things, and then these, it's just a whole bunch of dumb shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Made some impact on so many people, and for the right reasons. So what does Brandon Tatum know? What does he agree with? What does he disagree with? And why? Let's get after it.
And listen, and let me say this too. Like, people always say, why you keep talking about this nigga? Or why people keep platform. Listen, people, I can't speak for the people that platforms him. I speak about Brandon Tatum, and people like me speak about him and keep bringing him up because we don't want to make this type of behavior that he's doing and the shit that he's saying and the level of disrespect and the hypocrisy and a lot of the disrespectful shit he said about our ancestors and about his own people. We should never ever let this shit slide. We should never let him believe that this shit it's okay and it's normal for him to say, even though part of him don't give a fuck. But we letting him know, like, nigga, no, it's a pushback. We ain't putting up with that bullshit. And like I said, Brandon Tatum says a lot of the coonery shit and a lot of them, but he's the number one Negro at this time. He's number one coon that's out here putting himself out here to make money for white supremacists, right? And for himself, right? Mainly, right? Nigga, we know why you do what you do. The problem is you think it's no consequences for it. So us as black people, we gotta show niggas that you are black. It's certain levels you can't cross. And I don't give a fuck how that sounds. We should have a level of respect and a level of lines that we can't cross with one another. Bad enough, we trying to stop each other from killing each other. But this level of coonery shit, this shit is just as dangerous as niggas out here shooting and trying to kill each other. This shit is just as dangerous. This coonery shit, this shit is just as dangerous. But anyway, let's move on.
Brandon Tatum, thank you for joining us again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me back.
How has the reporting that you did in Mississippi and the interviews that you did, how has it been received?
It depends on what group of people you're referring to. I think that for rational people that, in my opinion, want to know the truth and they're open-minded, I think it was received very well. They got access to information that wasn't privy to the public.
The rational people he's talking to is other coons and white supremacists. Because he doesn't think us as black people that stand on business with our own people, we ain't rational human beings. He think we are emotional, violent niggas. So, like I said, like at this point, I really don't care what coons think. I just don't want to make what he's saying is normal. So this shit, so our young folks coming up thinking this shit is okay. This ain't okay. This is self-hate, and this nigga is out here tap dancing, and that shit ain't okay. You shouldn't sell your people out. It shouldn't be a amount of money unless somebody offer you the coon one time, right? And they give you millions of dollars, and you take that money and you flip that bitch back and you help your people in the community. That makes more sense to me, right? But if you are consistently selling your people out for a bag, for a lifestyle, nah, nigga, you no. Ain't nothing cool about that. You ain't getting no pass for that shit. You stay over there. I mean that shit. And listen, I want all the sellouts and all the coon ass niggas. When this whole little movement with Trump, this little mega movement ends, and it's going to end. I don't give a fuck how it ends. It might end violently. I don't care how it ends, but it will end. Don't bring y'all black asses back over here. You see Candace Owens, she's trying to sneak her ass up over here. No, bitch. No, bitch. Keep all y'all sellout asses over. And then my whole thing about these sellouts, I get why y'all doing it, but I don't understand if you hate your people that much, then why speak about it? See, I don't hate racist white people, so I'm going to talk about them. I don't hate people, so I'm going to talk about them. But if you hate a motherfucker that much, and you despise your people that much, or people that much, then why speak about it? That's my question to coons and sellouts. Like, I don't understand, bro. We shouldn't be your problem. You don't hang around us anyway. You ain't amongst your people. What are you mad about? Anyway, let's move on. I say that shit to racists. These racist motherfuckers, they don't hang around black people. They got token Negroes they hang around with. And we see how they look and how they act. But they don't hang around black people to be afraid of us or mad at us. The fuck out of here.
Obviously, law enforcement has this information already, but, information that people who are interested in finding the truth wanted to hear from these young boys and their account, and they can make their decision from there. It was received very well. People are very thankful that I took the time to interview these young boys, and they got a little.
Listen, that's bullshit. Listen, y'all know that Brandon Tatum, and I did my research on this. He when he does this show, if you look in his background, he has a bottle of fucking liquor that is his liquor. And a day or two ago, maybe, the lawyers from these 4 boys, right, had the same liquor sitting in the background, front and center, like in the back, like if you had this shit sitting here, right? If it was a table just right here, the liquor sitting right there, like how Brandon Tatum has his shit set up. Same shit. This nigga's in cahoots with these people. He's connected to these people somehow. That's why he went there. Now, mind you, the reason, because we heard from the mother. I know, listen, the mother said the reason that they did not do an interview with Brandon Tatum when he reached out was because of they did their research on this nigga. And they knew that he was only there to benefit off of their son's pain, which he's still doing anyway. But they said, not under their watch, you're not going to use us. Because shit like that, he's going to get views and you know he's going to get money. Why is he not donating money to these families that he's doing shit for? Even with these kids, their family, their lawyers, they all in cahoots. He's making money. He's asking them to basically, on a secret tip, help him promote his liquor. I did the research. I say, what the fuck? When a lawyer did the interview with Nancy Grace, I say, the fuck? They got the same liquor as Brandon Tatum? Then I go look. Then I start doing research. Like, oh, this is this nigga liquor. So don't let this nigga fool you like he's really out here trying to find the truth. No, you ain't, nigga. You out here for a payday. Pretending that you some type of investigator, reporter, which you're not. Ain't qualified for neither one. Even when you was a police officer, you wasn't a detective, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? Let's move on.
People who are interested in finding the truth wanted to hear from these young boys and their account, and they can make their decision from there. It was received very well. People are thankful, very thankful that I took the time to interview these young boys, and they got a little more clarity. When it comes to majority Black community, some of the celebrities, D.L. Hughley and others, they absolutely hate me. They think I'm Satan, and they think that I hate.
First of all, listen. Now, I don't know. I don't like when Black people say they hate people. I don't remember D.L. Hughley saying he hate Brandon Tatum. He might have said I hate people like him, but that's even still for me. I don't like using the word hate. Everybody know that, right? I really try not to put that shit in my vocabulary. You know what I mean? Just like I try not to use the N-word as much, right? But listen, if people started to call me a coon or a sellout, like a part of me had to I would be offended. Don't get me wrong. I'll be upset about it. But a part of me would be like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why do people think this about me? Why would people think that about me? Listen, even Black people that's upset at me, former motherfuckers that used to be a part of what I do, never could call me a sellout. Never could call me a coon. We may disagree. We may not see eye to eye. They might thought I lied or whatever, but they could never call me a sellout or a coon. Right? And I don't like to throw that word around to other Black people like that anyway. So motherfucker better be that's why I would get upset if somebody called me that, because you better be very fucking careful of talking to me in that way. It's like calling me a nigga, man. Like, seriously, if you're a white person calling me a nigga, like, nah. Hearing that from a Black person? No. Not from my people. No. Listen, I prefer you to call me a selfish Black person, but not a sellout. But My whole point is, like, nigga, at a certain point, niggas, like, you gotta really, like, open your eyes up and understand that, like, it's a reason niggas is calling you a sellout, bro. And it ain't just black celebrities, nigga. It is regular black folks that ain't celebrities that's calling you a sellout. The parents of Noah Wells was not they wasn't celebrities. That was a family that lost their kid in death. They didn't call you a sellout, but they basically was telling you they didn't trust you to do an interview. Because they did research on you, nigga. So, like, yeah, this nigga is crazy, man. Let's move on, man. And he always boiled down to disrespecting us. Like, we was the only one criticizing him. It's white people that's out here criticizing Brandon Tatum and telling him he's a sellout to his people. He never mentioned them. It's a white boy that torched this ass. Hopefully I can find the fucking the shit. I think Willie D had it. Where this white boy torched the shit out of Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum hit back. You know what he hit him with? He ain't hit back and talk shit about him. He said, I'ma sue him. And the white boy told him, go ahead, sue me. Fuck that. Sue me for what? Everything I said was factual. But the level of disrespect that he had for his people, he always disrespects us. Every chance he gets. And that's why we call you a fucking sellout. That's partly why. Let's move on.
Interview these young boys, and they got a little more clarity. When it comes to majority black community, some of the celebrities, D.L. Hughley and others, they absolutely hate me. They think I'm Satan, and they think that I hate my mama, who's black, just because I decided to interview people who asked me to interview them.
Let me, hold up, time out. And let me say this. It could be, nigga, that your mama is just like you. For all the fuck we know. But we try at least give your mama a benefit of the doubt to say, nigga, you must hate your mama. And the reason D.L. Hughley said that this nigga most likely hate his mama, is because some of the fact, why would you disrespect and lie on this black woman that just lost her kid? Try to defame her. Because she wouldn't do an interview with you, nigga. She didn't talk bad about you. She said, I don't want to even mention his name. That's all she said about you. She said nothing else. You got offended by that, and then you went off, started lying on this woman and disrespecting her. So that's why black people like me, maybe DL as well, it say, nigga, you must hate black women. I mean, I'm sorry, you must hate your mama. You disrespect another person's mom over some bullshit, over some views and some clicks to go viral to make money, to be arrogant and disrespectful. I don't know what the fuck wrong with this nigga. I know one thing, you trifling. You're a trifling ass Negro. You don't disrespect nobody mama like that, man. And then I can see if she said something fucked up about you. She ain't say nothing bad about you. She just said, I don't even want to speak his name. Go look at the interview that she did with Don Lemon. She didn't even want to talk about him. Don Lemon kept bringing him up. That woman ain't worrying about you, bro. That woman is worrying about what the fuck happened to my son. She didn't accuse those boys of murdering her son either. She said somebody knows something. All you motherfuckers around there and y'all, and listen, and she got a right to feel this way about them young men. Y'all just left him. He came with y'all. I don't give a listen. If they my nigga, I'm not leaving my friends there. I'm not leaving my friend there. We come together, we leaving together, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that boat, nigga. We could be stuck on this bitch together. It was plenty of boats out there where all of them could have got on boats and left that damn boat. They all knew each other. They're all from the same goddamn community. Fuck that boat. That's your man. It's like, yo, all right, you upset at him? Come on, man, we gotta go, man. Fuck that bitch. Was your man like, nah, come on, man, I'm chit-chatting with the chick, man. He probably said, fuck this boat, man. We get a ride with somebody else. You never know what the argument about, because we know they argued. The girl said they argued. The fucking boys tried to downplay the argument. That's all this young man's mother, her whole intention is. What falls with them kids? If any animosity she felt, why the fuck y'all leave him? He's supposed to be your best friend. He's your friend. You don't leave your best friend. Not on no fucking island. Y'all just think about this shit, y'all. And this is why black people be saying now to other black people, man, listen, stay amongst your own. Black people ain't doing no shit like that. You remember when the black chicks, they was over in Mexico, they beat the girl up and she died and got killed? Them motherfuckers is all arrested. Because that's very rare that black people do stupid shit like that. You remember the black woman that went with all these white friends at a sleepover as grown ass people? When we do that? But that's what happens when black people be hanging with white folks. And somehow this black woman was dead. Nobody knew what happened. You don't even hear about that shit no more. But I'm telling you, you got a whole bunch of black people and a white person with the whole bunch of black folks, and they all somewhere. I guarantee motherfucking you, that shit ain't going nowhere. And you couldn't be mad at their parents. Why the fuck? What happened to my motherfucking kid? And yes, sometimes it's a race thing. You goddamn right. Because it's very rare that white people go with black people on any trips and don't come back to their parents or their home or their family. It don't happen. It's very rare that I mean very, very rare. It's when black people go hang out with white people, crazy shit like this start happening. But let's move on. And if you ever notice, even when that shit happened to that young girl out there, I think it was Mexico, and she went out there with her black friends and they got in a fight, they beat up, she died. What black people was like, okay, lock their ass up. Lock their ass up. We was with the family. We wasn't with them motherfuckers. And they was black. See, they get upset because they're like, a lot of our people don't hold our people accountable. Yeah, we do. The difference is we don't get to start doing that bullshit. You listen, they could be black, These kids could have been black, and what happened to Noel? And nigga, we'd have been like, hey man, we need to know why y'all hide this shit. Somebody died. This young man died. We'd have been still on this shit. The fuck out of here, bro. I thought she died. I could be wrong though. Look that up. I could be. I thought she got beat up real bad, and she wound up dying because the girl beat her up or something happened. They fighting, and she wound up dying. I could be wrong about it. My bad. But look that up for me. I could be wrong. But even my point is even about that. We wanted to know what the fuck happened to this girl. We was with the parents. And the motherfuckers they was accusing that did this shit was black. So we didn't give a fuck. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I think they was in another country when this shit happened. Her and another girl got into it. They got in a fight or something happened, and the girl wound up dying. It happened in Mexico. Look that up. It happened in Mexico. But anyway, let's move on.
And I don't know how people have conflated what I have done in this interview or in this process, but they have. And this is not abnormal. When you're black in America and you don't toe the line of where, quote unquote, the black community wants you to, then you're deemed an Uncle Tom, Coon, sellout. You somehow.
First of all, that's not true. And let me say this. Okay, what's the problem with that? You got a toe line being black. You got a toe line hanging around them white folks. What's the difference of you having to toe your line amongst our people? You the same color skin, nigga. We got, excuse me, we got lines that you can't cross, nigga. Oh, so when them white boys tell you, them white people tell you, there's certain lines you can't cross, you fall in line, nigga. But when black people tell you something, oh, you can't tell me what to do. You gotta be on step with everything. No, we ain't saying that. It is certain shit you just don't cross lines on. Why he don't? First of all, you comprehend that, and if you don't comprehend that, nigga, too bad. Nobody gives a fuck at this point with you coons. Fall in line, nigga. Get on code. Some shit you stay on code on. The problem is you don't want black people now to hold other black people like you want to tell us to hold the thugs and the criminals accountable, right? Certain black people from our community, we don't hold them accountable. You want us to do that. We're doing that. But at the same time, you don't get to do that fuck shit you doing. So we holding you accountable. Ain't you black? So we holding your bitch ass accountable. Fuck Brandon Tatum, man. Nigga, you listen. Man, listen, I already say some real fucked up shit. But man, fuck that nigga, man. Now he trying to play like he a victim. You ain't no victim, nigga. It ain't, listen, it is your fault that you're not respected amongst the black community. That's your fault. It ain't false, towing a line. And nigga, even if it's that, you goddamn right it is. It is certain shit as black people we should not be doing. We have a responsibility for our people. It ain't always about us or us just being individual. You goddamn right it's a line, you bitch ass nigga. And that's been the problem with black people in the last fucking 100 years since the civil rights era. since they killed Martin and Malcolm. That's the fucking problem. Niggas like you don't understand, yes, nigga, it is certain shit you can't do as a black person. You goddamn right. You motherfucking right. And if you don't like it, then fuck you then. Then stop talking about black issues or our problems or our pain. Stop making money off of black pain then. Do us that favor. We wouldn't even worry about you, bro. If you stop talking about black people and our pain and our issues, we wouldn't give a fuck about you. Go over there and talk about, you don't talk about them white folks like that. You don't talk about them white folks like that, like you talk about your own. You don't give a fuck about us, and we don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Sick of this nigga, man. Trying to, now he want to be a play victim. Nigga got a nerve to say, oh, we being racist. How the fuck we racist if we ain't got no power? Nigga, do you even know what being racist even mean? You know the definition of it, you goofy motherfucker? This is the same nigga told us DEI is being racist to white people. Well, nigga, you already, listen, you can't get mad at us about us telling you to toe a line, nigga. You already crossed that motherfucker. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? We don't respect you, nigga. Let's put it that way. Fuck crossing the line, bitch ass nigga, because you been crossed that line. We don't respect your bitch ass. And like I said, it's awfully convenient for coon ass niggas like you to talk the shit that you talk, and you don't talk amongst, you ain't in the neighborhoods of black people talking that shit, because you'll get fucked up around here. These are just facts. This ain't a threat. This is a fact that will happen to his bitch ass. He know better. That's why you over there them white folks talking that goofy shit. Because you get fucked up over here, nigga. Nigga ain't never accomplished shit in his life. Every time he did something in his life, he never accomplished it. Nigga was supposed to be the star football player. Never accomplished it. Couldn't accomplish that. Try to be a police officer. Never accomplished that. And then he found this itch of talking down about his own people, and he accomplished that. Just think about that. But this nigga want to play victim. Man, fuck you. You're an unachiever, motherfucker. That's all you are. You're an unachiever, man. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody got time for that. That fake ass victim blaming, trying to play like you're a victim and shit because black people calling him out on his shit. Shit that he has done.
And they think that I hate my mama, who's black, just because I decided to interview people who asked me to interview them. And I don't know how people have conflated what I have done in this interview or in this process, but they have. And this is not abnormal.
And listen, and let me say this. It's a dog whistle to white supremacists that he's saying shit like that. He like pretend that he don't understand why the black community, a lot of us don't fuck with him. He know why. This motherfucker practice every day. You lay down with that white woman every motherfucking night, nigga. And your wife ain't shit. And I said it. I ain't gonna put that on your kids, but you and your wife ain't shit. She's a fucking racist. You just a black white supremacist. That's it. You the same as her. You lay down. That bitch lays down with you, let you do whatever to her sexually. Yeah. None of my business so serious, man. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, your wife ain't shit. If she was some type of decent white woman, she wouldn't be laying next to no fucking coon. So that let me know your wife ain't shit. Fuck out of here, bro. But that's a dog whistle to try to pretend that he don't know. I don't know why black people feel this way about me. But you just said. Because I don't stay, what he say? Some shit like, basically saying he don't stay on code. So, all right, you know why. But don't be pretending that it's just about this case. It ain't just about this nigga. We been not fucking with you before this case. I mean, before this situation happened with Noel. Fuck you talking about, nigga? But like I said, that's him trying to play like he the victim in this shit. We mad at him because he went down go sit with four white boys and their family. No. No. I had no problem with you going to sit down with them. That ain't my issue. All I know is when you did that, you automatically took a side. You start saying that his Noel mama and all that shit, she's playing a race card, and you start disrespecting the shit out of this woman. And her fucking kid just died. I don't give a fuck what she said. But you disrespect her, act like you can't understand. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. This nigga, he the same nigga that said he wouldn't cry if his kid got killed or got murdered or died. He wouldn't cry. But a grown-ass racist white boy that was only his friend, not his blood, not that he created. He was on his show crying like a little bitch. He killed Charlie Kirk. Oh my God. Saying horrible things about him. Talking bad about his death. Calling him racist. Like a little bitch. Shut your bitch ass up. That woman can say whatever the fuck she want to say. She lost a kid. You lost a friend and start crying like a little bitch. You cry for a racist, nigga. She cried for her motherfucking son that she helped create. She raised. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck that nigga. Bitch ass. Nigga, he the type of nigga that you just want to spit in his face because he's so disgusting as a human being. Just garbage. You trash, nigga.
In America, and you don't toe the line of where, quote unquote, the black community wants you to, then you're deemed an Uncle Tom, Coon, sellout. You somehow hate your people, and you somehow working for the white man, which is furthest from the truth.
First of all, if that's the case, then why are you so upset at niggas that sell drugs? Because they're not doing some shit that the majority of black people want them to do. They crossing lines. You assume that the majority of black people are okay with that shit. So why are you so upset at them? Y'all should be very tight. I tell niggas in the streets, oh, I don't give a fuck. Nigga gangbangs, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, all you niggas ain't no different than coon ass niggas to me. You niggas help destroying the community. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I ain't gonna sit here and keep trying to tear y'all down either. Because I know why y'all in those situations. I've been there. I was one of y'all. So I ain't gonna tear y'all down. But I ain't never been no sellout. Not on that level. Not on this coon shit. Not on this level. This shit that he doing. Not been that. I might have been on some coon sellout shit not knowing because I've been in the street doing fucking sucker shit to my people. But not actually knowing I'm doing it. Not really comprehending, not educated enough. That's a whole nother different level, people. This nigga is highly intelligent. He knows better. He's intentionally doing this. And then he try to sit here and play like he's a motherfucking victim. Understand why black people call them a sellout and telling, they telling you got to toe the line. Yeah. A lot of us are saying that. Yes. Nigga, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. We like to hear different opinions from other black folks, yes. But not your type of bullshit. Not your shit is coonery. You the type of nigga that turn down movements because for some weird reason you side with white supremacy over our movements. Because it don't fit your ideology. First of all, our first ideology as black folks is being black. That is our ideology. That's our first ideology. We black first. I don't give a fuck what you become in life, or whatever you be successful in or not, you black first. That's our ideology. And it comes with us being created, being black in this country, it comes with consequences. Just us being black. So I don't know what this nigga talking about. But let's move on.
Love everybody. I don't care nothing about race. It's pointless to think about race. I treat people based on their character, based on their integrity, based on what they present to me, and that's the end of the story.
Why do you think members of the black, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Celebrity community, whatever it is. Black.
Hold on. I want y'all to hear this shit again, and I want to explain something to my people. That you never allow another black person to get away with saying shit like this. I want y'all to hear this shit again. Because, first of all, it's number one, it's a lie. It's a lie. I don't give a fuck if the person is white and they say it. It's a fucking lie. But let's move on.
But a white man, which is furthest from the truth, man. I love everybody. I don't care nothing about race. It's pointless to think about race. I treat people based on their character, based on their integrity, based on what they present to me, and that's the end of the story.
First of all, he's a liar. And I don't give a fuck if he was white and he said this. They are a liar. They could be any race. They are a liar. It is a lie. Everybody, no matter what color skin you are going to be biased. Because number one is the culture you grow up in, you are born into. You are automatically going to be biased. That's number one. So when people sit out and pretend, I'm not being biased, yes, the fuck you are. We all got all that in us to be biased. Now, what comes after being biased? If you're not educated, if you're not around others that don't look like you or not a part of your culture. What comes after that? Being bigoted. Right? And then what bigoted leads to? Being racist. And let me explain something to you. When people try to pretend, it's the one thing, I think everybody at least tries to. Not everybody, but at least a lot of people at least try to just not to see race and just judge people by their character. I think we all try to do that, so a lot of us. But it's ignorant for any of us, whatever color skin you are, to sit out here and lie and say you don't see color. That's bullshit. I only can go on how people treat me. Yeah, okay. That sound nice. But that motherfucker is a race. He comes from a culture. So you just ignoring the motherfucking culture? No. In every race comes from a different culture. These are just facts. Then you got the same race of people that has different cultures their damn self. That's why I said it's dismissive and it's a lie that people will say, I don't see color. It's a lie. And there's nothing wrong with saying you see color. There's nothing wrong with that. That's natural. They are fact. That's facts that you see that. But when people try to say, I don't see color, I try to treat people as equal as I can. Okay, just because you try to treat people as equal as they are, why are you doing that? Because you see color. The culture is different. These are the same people talking about I'm an independent thinker. Well, everybody got different cultures where they're independent thinkers. Every culture is different. You can't make one culture be this culture unless you're trying to make them do that. I don't want no fucking white people trying to be black. I just want you to understand the culture. That's it. You ain't got to act black, try to be black. I don't want you to do that because I don't want to do that to any other culture. I think it's insulting when people do that. I don't even got a problem with you imitating some of our shit, but I don't like you trying to be black. I don't like that shit. Unless you grow up in that culture from birth, then I get it. But if you, come on, man. People know what I'm talking about here. But that's why I said it is disingenuous that people like Brandon Tatum or whoever the fuck it is to say that. I don't see race. I don't see color. I just try to treat people how, like, no, bro. No, you don't. It's a lie. Because number one, you wouldn't even keep talking about the black community. So you see color. You wouldn't even say white or black when it comes to certain different communities or the Mexican community. You wouldn't even say it if you don't see color. You do. I wish people stop trying to pretend that color and race don't matter. It's like, come on, man, stop. Let's move on.
Why do you think members of the black, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Celebrity community, whatever it is, black people whose names we know, why do you think that they come at you that way? You think it's about your politics, or do you think that they are worried about something that you're not showing enough concern about in their estimation?
No, a lot of these people are ignorant. They're brainwashed and emotional.
Who the are you?
That's a commercial, man. My bad.
What? Emotional.
Of concern about in their estimation.
I want y'all to see, and let me say this. These are white supremacist talking points of how they describe black people when we don't agree with them on their racism and their bigotry, or telling them, look, you need to understand that some of the shit you're doing is bigoted and racist. He's picked up them same habits because he hang around racists. This Negro says we're ignorant. They say we stupid and we too emotional. We so emotional that we can't understand shit. Right? I need y'all to understand this. Brandon Tatum lies. And let me explain what lying means when people intentionally lie. Right? When you are intentionally lying, right, you start sounding ignorant and stupid. Literally. Because you're lying. Listen. There's no such thing as a good liar. Right? Especially, put it this way, I can't say that. Especially if you get caught lying and everybody knows you're lying, but you got people that believe that you're not lying because they're lying to themselves, right? That's a smart liar, right? Because he knows, it's not even a smart liar. He knows how to manipulate people. That's not a smart liar. He's just a person that knows how to manipulate. A smart liar knows how to continue to lie and get away with it. That's a smart liar. But Brandon Tatum is not a smart liar. He's just as stupid because he's stupid. He calling everybody else stupid. You're more stupid because we catch you in your lies. And let me explain something to you what makes him even more of a stupid liar. It's because you never admit when you're lying. Or you just made a mistake when you got caught lying. It's like Trump. He's a stupid liar. He's stupid. Like, dude, we know you lying. It's evidence of showing that you lying. But you still keep lying to make up for another lie. And then try to change the narrative. That's how I know you're a stupid liar. So he's calling the rest of us stupid because we don't agree with him. We are brainwashed because we don't agree with you. Listen, Brandon Tatum, I'm not saying you brainwashed because you don't agree with me. I'm saying you brainwashed because we have gave you facts after facts after facts, and you still are willing to ignore it and lie about the shit that you talk about. That's why we say you brainwashed and you in a sunken place and you're a sellout coon. That's why. Not because, nigga, we disagree. Or I think you stupid because you disagree. We disagree with each other. No, it's not that. I think you're stupid because you are sitting there selling your soul out for money and you know you're not telling the truth. You are a habitual liar. You are lying to make money. So you're stupid to me. You are brainwashed because you know what we're saying is factual. This is not listen, I want people to understand, this is not an opinion. These are facts. This nigga is a lost nigga. It is no way that you think this way unless you are intentionally lying. You're not just lying to us, you're lying to yourself. Nigga, I don't lie to, I don't wake up every day or look myself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm a good nigga. I try to do good by my people. But the whole time, I'm lying. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
No, a lot of these people are ignorant. They're brainwashed and emotional.
You guys know I'm always looking for simple things like water, alcohol,
no prices at all. Go run. Fast. Hey, if y'all want a real phone for free.
Interview. They do not care. None of them are addressing actual things that I said and actual processes that I went through to interview. They do not care about the truth, or many of them would have interviewed me and just asked me what happened and what.
First of all, time out. First of all, you are a liar. You're not even on the same level as just say Don Lemon. I got my issues with Don, but it's not like your shit. Right? But I can say this about Don Lemon. He is genuinely, literally a journalist. He went to school for this shit. All his adult years is about being a journalist. That's what he did. Way before you thought about being a cop, he was doing this shit. So listen, you're talking to people that does this shit, that do this shit. It's in their DNA in a way. It's who they are as a person. You are a nigga that's trying to pretend you're an internet influencer. You're not a real journalist. You're talking about they're not doing what I do or what I nigga. Yeah, they listen. They have done it and they do it, and they do it 10 times, 20 times better than you. It ain't just because we think you being biased. It's because nigga, we know you being biased. We know this. Then he tried to pretend like, oh, I tried to call Ben. After you insulted that man, you've been insulting that man way before this situation. And you think that he won't want to sit down with your bitch ass? You disrespected him. Listen, Brandon Tatum, I want to make this clear. I would never sit down with you. I have no respect for you to even sit down with you. Ever. I don't sit down with sellouts. I don't want to do an interview. I don't want to have a debate with a fucking sellout. For what? I have no respect for you. And I disrespect you and I stand on the disrespect. So, no, nigga, why would you think that Ben Crump or somebody in that family will want to sit, the Wells family, want to sit down and do an interview with you? Or ask you anything? You make fun of Don Lemon being gay. Call him all types of gay slurs, I believe. My opinion. And we know your agenda. We know you only want to sit down with the Don Lemons or the Ben Crumbs of the world, these people that's well respected in the black community, to say, see, look, at least I sit down and try to talk to y'all. Nah, nigga. We seen this already. We see Candace, we had Candace Owens. Candace Owens was before you. We know her. We know who you are. The thing about Candace Owens, I don't even think that she's that bright. Because people say, oh, I read this, I read that. You could be reading shit that's wrong, that's false. That don't make you intelligent. And just because you read shit or you research shit that's wrong to fit your narrative doesn't mean that you're intelligent. I don't know why people think that. Or some people think that. Like, that shit is weird to me. But anyway, people, give me 1 second. All right, people, I'm back. Yeah, I don't want people to get that shit misconstrued, man. Like, just because people will research shit to fit their narratives doesn't make them intelligent. And we seen this motherfucking playbook already from Candace Owens, nigga. We not falling for this shit. You trying to, and I think a part of him do get it, but I think him continue to keep trying to, like, it was one thing I forgot to do the name that I watched. He said this nigga he's trying to antagonize us. That's his whole purpose, to antagonize us so we can go back and forwards with him to the point that we saying, man, let me crush this motherfucker. Let me have a debate with him. That's what he want us to do. And that's why I say we can keep talking about him. Don't let him on your fucking platforms. Let's give him all the clout chasing he want. He want to go viral. Yeah, we'll talk about you in a disrespectful manner. But nigga, we're never sitting down with you to hear your coonery excuse. We're not doing that. And I don't know why black people do that. I don't give a fuck if we know we smarter than him. He's really outsmarting us in a way because we keep allowing him to be on platforms with us. Don't give him that. I always ask people, are you going to sit down with racists? No. Now, if that's your thing, go ahead and do it. But for me, no. I don't want to sit down with no fucking racist. And so why would I want to sit down with a coon-ass nigga? So he can still spill that same white supremacy talking points. So I sit down with a racist. If I'm going to interview somebody that's going to spill racist shit, I'd rather go to the real source, which is the racist. A coon, you niggas trying to copycat racist white people. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. Let's move on. My bad, y'all.
None of them are addressing actual things that I said and actual processes that I went through to interview. They do not care about the truth, or many of them would have interviewed me and just asked me what happened and what did I do. None of them, even those who claim to be journalists, did not give an opportunity to the other side for the other side to have a voice. They did not. And the reason
he's admitting that he wanted to go to the other side because he speaks for the other side, which is white supremacy. He's admitting it to you. And then this nigga sitting here pretending, even a real journalist, they don't even want to sit down and talk to me. Because we already know you just chose the side. And nigga, this is not the real reason why. Not just this situation. We don't watch you do it over and over again. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, go down the list. Sandra Bland, we watch you, bro. Ahmaud Arbery, we watch you, bro. This ain't new. Or what you're doing. You're going to a whole new level of disrespect, but it ain't new. Anyway, let's move on.
why is because they're white. And a lot of them actually hate white people. And they act like they don't. Listen to their rhetoric. Listen to the things.
First of all, you tell us that we hate white people. But when we tell you about Donald Trump rhetoric and the shit that he says and the shit he's done, you tell us we don't know Donald Trump. Ignores rhetoric. Look at what he does. What has Don Lemon or any of these celebrity people you talk about, D.L. Hughley, that they have done literally to say that they hate white people? Have they ever said that they hate white people? Listen, Donald Trump ain't never said he hate black people, but we know you're racist. And just because he don't literally come out and say he hate black people doesn't mean that we sophisticated enough in racism. Racist people have evolved in their racism. Nigga, we ain't stuck on stupid, nigga. A motherfucker just got to come out and say he hate black people. Oh, he a racist. What fucking universe? That's why I said he's not as bright as he think he is. But anyway, let's move on. But now we hate white people. So I hate white people. So the white friends that I do have and I do know, I hate them. Think about the ignorant shit that he's saying. And then he can't prove it. He'd say, just listen to what they say. We tell you the same shit about Donald Trump and you ignore it. You downplay it. You tell us, I met Donald Trump. I know Donald Trump. Well, some of our black people, we know our people. Nigga, we don't hate white people. I don't hate white. First of all, I don't hate white people. First of all, you saying that, let me know that you don't know black people like me. Because we don't even like saying we hate shit. And you know what's so bad? This nigga looks like a demon when he's talking about black people. You see the aggression when he talks about it. It's like I be saying about shit about Stephen A. They don't even see their body language. I don't know if these niggas even watch their shows to see how they look. And how their body language come off and how their tone come off. When they speaking about us. The way the levels of disrespect that they show. Like they don't have to show us respect. Let's move on.
An opportunity to the other side for the other side to have a voice. They did not. And the reason why is because they're white. And a lot of them actually hate white people. And they act like they don't. Listen to their rhetoric. Listen to the things that they've said in the past. They hate white people internally. And so
listen, let me say this. And he's mainly talking about what he did with this interview. Let me just say this. All the black people he's talking about, I'm not for sure about any of them, but let's just say Don Lemon. Don Lemon probably did try to reach out to the other side. We don't know that for sure, but even if he didn't, who cares? Because let me tell you something. The only reason I believe Don Lemon probably reached out to the Wells family or they reached out to him or however it went was probably not because of Don. It was probably because of Ben Crump. Because of what Brandon Tatum did. It wasn't no interviews from the family other than when Ben Crump came and they did a press conference. That was it. Why did they have to go with Brandon Tatum to do that? These families. And mind you, they let their kids go out there. The grown-ass adults didn't go out. Let's move on. And like I said, at this point, for me, I don't believe we owe white people an explanation for nothing, even if they're good or bad. This is my honest opinion. We don't have to explain ourselves to them no more. And I'm not trying to be, I'm civil of me just being respectful. I don't have to be civil in other ways to make them feel comfortable. Or that I hear them. I don't really give a fuck. Honestly, I just genuinely don't. I care about my own. I don't really care about hearing about what they talking about. Because like I said, we are in this situation because of white folks. And regardless if they're good or bad, we in this situation that we in this country because of white folks. And I don't care what they're talking about. I just genuinely don't. We kept trying to warn everybody about the place that we are in right now. Black people did. And for some weird reason, you listen to the Brandon Tatums of the world, you let these niggas act like they speak for the black community. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. And then what happened? We where we are. Race relationships in this country is at an all-time high. I remember from a politician, a lot of the shit that these politicians are doing in these Trump and this shit wouldn't be tolerated. But this shit is tolerated now. Now the white people around, these racist white people around here talking about they being oppressed because they're not getting opportunities because of black people and immigrants, which is bullshit. Your ancestors, your whole race has benefited off of immigrants and black people. You have benefited off of our hard labor. You ain't put no work in. And the ones that's fucked up in this country that's white, who fault is that? You white. You're a waste of white skin if you poor in this country. That's how I feel. Unless you've been through some shit like wars and, fuck people mind up, or you come from bad homes, I get that. But the rest of these people that's bitching and whining and crying, man, get the fuck out of here. Nobody trying to hear that shit. You don't want to hear black people bitching and complaining about shit. I don't want to hear about y'all. Y'all got way more opportunities than we do. And then y'all won, and you're still crying like bitches. Fuck out of here, man. Because you found out your great white hope, your white savior, and he don't give a fuck about you. We've been trying to tell you that. Rich white people do not care about poor white people. And you can be as racist, you can be even more as racist as they are. It don't matter. Because they don't want to be like your racist poor ass. So now you're bitching and complaining, still blaming people that's just as poor as you blaming them. The fuck is going, tell me how that makes sense. But anyway, let's move on.
When a topic comes up like this and there's an opportunity to paint white people with a broad brush, they take advantage of it. And I've seen it over the years. I've seen it growing up. I used to hate white people when I was growing up.
First of all, time out. He said we break all white people as a broad brush. No, we don't. That's a lie. He's just lying. And that's fear mongering. Right? That's almost trying to get the good white liberals, the good white folks in the country to think that this is how black people think about all of them. No, we don't. We separate y'all from the racist white people. Yes, we do. But we ain't gonna sugarcoat that we know y'all got biases when it comes to black people. So we ain't gonna call you racist. No, we do not think all white people are racist and bigots. We don't think that. That's a lie. That's his behavior. Now he's admitting that he was racist to black people. First of all, you couldn't be racist to a black person. You ain't had no power. So you was a bigot. I'm sorry, he said he hate white people. Okay, that's fine.
When a topic comes up like this and there's an opportunity to paint white people with a broad brush, they take advantage of it. And
so if that's the case, then he's saying that black people using us as a whole, then see, and that's his problem because he's ignorant as fuck. Right? So we paint all white people as being racist, right? What about the white liberals that don't agree with nothing that you say, and those racist white people that you with, they don't agree with none of that shit. So we think they racist too? See how stupid he sounds? He's a dumbass. His logic never makes sense. So you're telling me that all the white people that we we say there's good white folks, we still think they racist because they white? And they ain't gonna agree with everything that black people agree with, but we don't think they racist. And you know why we know that they ain't gonna agree with everything that we agree with? Because they don't come from our culture. They're not black. But we don't think they racist. And that's what I said. For him to say that, that lets you know how ignorant and stupid he is. And it's just a straight lie. We do not think all white people are racist. Because if that was the fact, it is white people and white liberals and progressive white folks out there that don't agree with nothing that Brandon Tatum says, and we don't think they racist. What the fuck is he talking about? Let's move on.
Rhetoric. Listen to the things that they said in the past. They hate white people internally. And so when a topic comes up like this and there's an opportunity to paint white people with a broad brush, they take advantage of it. And I've seen it over the years. I've seen it growing up. I used to hate white people when I was growing up. That's just a part of the culture. And unfortunately,
wow. Oh, this nigga gonna tell us that this is a part of the culture. We hate white people. This is a part of our culture. We hate white folks. Listen, as a black person, even if some of the shit that y'all agree with Brandon Tatum, this should alarm you. That he's basically telling you that you was raised to hate white people. It's in the culture. We was raised to hate white people. Listen, and let's just go off this dumbass narrative. If we was to hate racist white people, then why? Why we hate white people? Why is that? See, these are questions you ask these stupid sellout Negroes. If that's the case, then why do we hate white people? Since it's a part of our culture. Because we was raised and this is just a part of our culture to hate white people. I'm going to tell you why it's so offensive that what he said, right? We have young kids. I have young kids. Excuse me. And this is how you know he lying too. I have young kids. I mean, I have my daughter's young. I have young nephews, godkids. Nigga, they don't hate white people, man. We're not raising them to hate white people. We're not raising them to hate anybody. So it's just a lie. Number one, it's just a lie. But Brandon Tatum, you gonna tell me that it's just in our culture that we're raising our kids from birth to hate white people? Is that what you telling us, nigga? You telling me that? My daughter is far from racist. Far from being a bigot. God kids, I know, it's far from being that. Nieces, nephews, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? And like I said, you don't know all black people. That's like the stupidest shit that he says is like, oh, like if a black person say, oh, white people, they're born racist. That's the most ignorant shit in the world to say. That's like me to say all white people and white culture is raised to be racist. You know how disrespectful and ignorant that sounds? I know white people they literally try to raise their kids not to be racist, to get them to understand you're around black people, their culture is different. They get treated differently in society. Try to tell them the real. But what this nigga is saying is not true. And like I said, understand he's lying, but understand the hypocrisy of what he's saying. His notion is racism doesn't exist. Right? But then he turns right around because he got so much self-hate in himself and he has hate for his people. That he turns right around and tell us that racism does matter. Because if we go off his logic, then racism matter. That means black people are racist. So racism matter in America, right? So racism does exist. So people in this country do see color. You do see color. You see how idiotic he sounds? See how his logic never makes sense? If we go off his dumbass logic, he contradicts himself. That's what coons and racists do. They contradict themselves. You don't see color. But then you turn right around and say, black people hate white people. But I thought racism doesn't exist. Because to hate people, you got to be racist. He didn't call plenty of black people racist, but he says racism doesn't exist. Let's move on, man. And the bad part about it, Chris Cuomo is looking at him like, what the fuck is he talking about? A white Jewish man. Looking at, what the fuck? Almost shocked of the stupidity that's coming out of his mouth. But then Chris Cuomo, instead of him pushing back on it, he just keep allowing this stupid motherfucker to say irresponsible shit. And that let me know that Chris Cuomo is a bigot his damn self. I don't know if he's a full-blooded racist, but he damn sure a bigot. You don't allow this to be on your show. Hold on, bro. Hold on. So you telling me that's how black people, all these black people feel? You don't know them. Well, you said, well, I listen to what they say all day long. Well, they can say the same. I would tell them, well, they can say the same thing about what comes out of Trump's mouth. And they say he a racist, and you say you disagree with it. But anyway, let's move on.
And I've seen it over the years. I've seen it growing up. I used to hate white people when I was growing up. That's just a part of the culture. And unfortunately, it rears its ugly head as soon as one of these incidents happen.
And listen, you know what I'd have stopped them and said, I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I'd have stopped them and said? I said, then why? Okay. Why was you hating white people at that time? Was it because of black people telling you to hate white people? Was it because of your parents? Like, who the fuck made you hate white people? Right, listen, racist shit happened to me when I was young, but I didn't hate white people. My mama never taught me. And I grew up in the hood. Just like he claimed he come from the hood. Right? Who's your mama? My mama never taught me to hate all white people. Or to hate anybody. That was one of listen, I love my mom for this. I love her for so many other things, but I love my mom for this. My mom taught me to say stop hating because she understood what hate meant. And she used to tell me, stop saying, don't ever say the word, don't use that word. So, nigga, no. And I grew up in the hood, and I received racism from racist white people, Chinese people, Mexican people. Listen, I didn't got it all. That don't mean I hate everybody. I don't hate a whole race of people. No, we not raised like that. My mom didn't raise me like that. And I grew up in the hood. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? He's a liar. Ain't no black. Listen, I'm not saying there ain't no black people out here teaching their kids to hate white people. I ain't saying that. But it ain't like how he said it. Like it's just a whole bunch of black people raising their kids and teaching their kids. He's acting like it's a culture thing. Like it's a culture that we're teaching our kids to hate white people. Bullshit. Bullshit. Fuck out of here. He's a liar, bro.
And I've seen it over the years. I've seen it growing up. I used to hate white people when I was growing up. That's just a part of the culture. And unfortunately, it rears its ugly head as soon as one of these incidents happen. And you've seen it time and time again. Go look at the comment section. How does young men who...
So can we say that about white people? The racist white people that donate money to you to get you to take a side with them? Or why you even took the side in this Noel case? Can we say that about white people? Well, all the racist white people that donate to you. Like I said, listen, I ain't even gotta go that deep. I go through some shit that he can relate to. What about Charlie Kirk? Your friend, your dead friend that got assassinated because of his bigotry, because of his hateful shit that he said out of his mouth. And he got assassinated for it. Okay? When he said, hey, I don't trust a black person in the cockpit if they black. Because I don't know if they're a DEI hire. They just got that job because they was black. Ignoring that they still have to go through all the, like they lowered the standards to be a pilot. You just gonna put an idiot that knows nothing. That's like putting me up that motherfucker. I know nothing about flying the plane. Nothing. Nigga, I'm gonna crash that bitch. Matter of fact, I won't even crash it. I probably can't even get that bitch off the ground. Because I don't know nothing about flying the fucking plane. Even if you gave me the basics to lift that fucking plane up, we gonna crash. Just the basics. I have to have experience. And Charlie Kirk said that. And then this nigga is sitting here pretending. Why black people don't respect him. And then tell us we being racist. Your friend was actually literally being racist. He literally said, I don't trust a black person up there. Because I don't think they qualify. Like they're just going to pick any random nigga to fly a plane. Because some type of DEI shit that y'all think in y'all fucked up mind that they just going to put inexperienced people to fly. A plane? So they going to put a random black person just to fill a quota. Not give them training. Nothing of that shit. They ain't got to comply to none of the training or anything that comes with that to fly a fucking plane. Even before you get on that plane, but even to just go fly here and there. And you don't think that he didn't think that would happen? They just threw random black people up there because they was trying to fit a quota, and you had no problem with that. So, nigga, please stop. Stop, Brandon Tatum. Stop, bro. You can't call black people racist. It's in our culture. You befriended a racist. And then you keep trying to defend he wasn't no racist because he would go around and debate people. I don't give a fuck. That's like saying, oh, well, you know what? I ain't no racist because I sit down. Like, I'm racist. I say all types of racist shit about this. Imagine, I'm black. I say all this bigotry, racist shit about everybody, all these different races of people, and then I still go around the country and debate people. That still don't make me a racist. That still don't make me anti-Semitic to Jews. If I say I hate Jews or I use tropes against them because I go around and debate them, I give them a chance to debate me. Is that what you're saying, nigga? That's the Jewish people. I ain't gonna say ask the whole community, ask some of them. Because some of the Jewish community is racist they damn self. So what the fuck? They turn against their own people too. They sell out to their own. That shit is stupid to even like say to black people. We hate white people. When these situations come up, we automatically hate white people. We don't hate white people. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. When the situation with Nolan Wells came up, I didn't think about racism. Right? I was just like, damn, brother died. Like, you know what I mean? And then after the shit started, you know, more information started to come out, then that's when you start to get in that mode of thinking about certain shit. Right? And I'm still not looking at it as a full race thing. Yes, do race most likely matter in it? Yeah, because I just think that black people wouldn't not have let another black person there or white person there. We would just, if they was our friend, we don't do that. That's not our shit. And maybe because, like I said, it's a culture thing. And I'm not saying that some black people wouldn't do that, but it's rare. It's rare that we would do some shit like that. Like, nigga, if you going, I'm going. If you staying, I'm staying. Oh, you talking to a girl? She got a friend? All right, well, yo, I'm gonna stay with him. Like, it's shit like that, yo. Like, I don't even know why we got to explain that, but we have to explain shit like that to Brandon Tatum because he hates black people so much, and he don't know how it feels to be black anymore. I guess. We'll leave my friend there by himself unless I know he was good. Like, seriously. Like, you sure you good? Listen, anybody be one of our friends, somebody, maybe me, we like, yo, all right, I'm gonna stay with him, bro. I'm gonna make sure he get good. He gonna be good at home. It's gonna be us, yo. It's gonna be one of us. We're not leaving. No, well, we're not doing that. We're not leaving our white friend there. We're not doing that. He came with us. Somebody gotta stay with him too. They gotta get home. And that's why a lot of black folks felt a certain type of way about this situation. Because we like, yo, come on, man. Somebody gotta stay with him. Somebody staying. Even if everybody else left, one of us staying. With Noel. Like, no, we stand with him. One of us staying. We're not just leaving him there by himself. He came with us. Is we friends like that? Best friends? We love him? Nah, nigga, the way they talking about his so-called friends is they so-called friends, because I don't like how they disrespect his mom. Disrespect his mama. Nigga, what you disrespect her for? So what? She said whatever she said and felt the way she felt. Nigga, she just lost her kid. I don't give a fuck how those kids feel. I don't. I literally, they ain't even kids, they young men. I don't give a fuck how they feel. She just lost her son. I don't give a fuck how they feel. I don't. And feel that way and keep it to yourself. But at the same time, if you respected Noel like that, nigga, you wouldn't be out here. They wouldn't be out here. His friends wouldn't be out here disrespecting. And like I said, his one friend, the one dude that came out and I ain't saying, I don't know if he pretended or he not, but he did say this. He had like he didn't even know Noel's mom. How the fuck is that and you his best friend? How the fuck is that? The fuck out of here. We loved him. And even the family talk, we loved him. So he only, so let me understand this. So he only came over their house in their environment, but they never came over in his environment? And they live in the same community? Bullshit. Bullshit. And if that was, if it was like that, if I'm the parents, nigga, that was a bit of red flag for me. For this kid to pretend he didn't know what Noel's mother in a family like that? Man, get the fuck out of here. His mom and his dad? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. The fuck out of here, nigga. Even if the parents don't like me as a friend, I still know them. Listen, let me tell y'all a story. When I got shot the first time, and I'm with my homies, I got shot. And we all got shot. It was me and my homie. So it affected his family and mine. And I remember when I got out the hospital and I came around, his mom blamed me. My homeboy, mom blamed me. Now, my mom went the fuck off. She went the fuck off. My mom said, bitch, they got into it or whatever, right? And we sat up there, me and my homeboy, we sat upstairs because I wanted to go see if he was all right. That's the first place I wanted to go. Right? When I got shot, I told my mom, not the first night. I got out that night. It was that day. Because I got shot. I came home because I didn't trust. I thought niggas trying to kill me, man. So I left the hospital the same night I got shot. Almost died, but they said they told me I shouldn't have left, but I left. I said, "Ma, get me the fuck out." I was on some Tupac shit. "Ma, get me the fuck up out of here." Doctor kept saying, "Nah, I don't think you should go." She was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go with my son." Blah blah. Mind you, I ain't never slept with my mom in the bed at that per time. I was like 15 years old, and I ain't slept with my mom since I was fucking probably 6 or 7. Probably no 5 or 6 or some shit like that. Probably right. It wasn't 7, but probably it wasn't even 6. Probably like 4 or 5, right? And me, my mom, my sister, we all slept together that night, right? My mom was scared. She, didn't try to, she didn't show it, but I could tell my mom was scared. I got shot and almost died. I knew she was scared. My sister was scared. They was all scared, right? I wasn't scared. I was worried that niggas was trying to kill me. What, I thought they would come back and try to kill me, right? So that's why I wanted to leave, and I wanted to be closer to my guns, right? I was in the streets like that. I ain't gonna lie about that. I was in the streets like that, nigga. I had guns, nigga. Man, we slept in the bed together. We all slept in the bed together that night. I got up. My mom and my sister was asleep. I got up. That next day, I went back to the block. My mom literally Came back and got me. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing? But my mom cussing me out, whatever. Why you out here? You just got shot. My homie saying the same shit. I was like, this nigga Kenny crazy. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Now, after that was over, I go back. My mom, nigga, go back home. I go home. I tell my mom, I say, Mom, I gotta go see it. I gotta see my man. Right? I ain't gonna put his name. I gotta go see my man. All right, we go up there, and this is the nigga that got shot at me. Go up that motherfucker the next day. The next following day, I go up that motherfucker. Well, actually, no. When I knew he could come home, because he didn't come home right away. So, no, that's not true. He didn't come home right away because he actually listened to the doctors. His mom, everything listened to the doctors. I left the same night. We both almost died, but they listened to the doctors. I didn't. Right? And which I should have did, because that's why my hand is fucked up. But anyway, he came home. The day he came home, I went straight up there. And when I got there, his mom straight went off on me. Like, you got my son shot, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that's how a mother made feel at that moment. And you don't say nothing bad. And plus, I'm a kid. You don't disrespect nobody, Mom. And I didn't look at her like, my homeboy's mom. She's like my aunt. So I kind of like, but that's just like blood. But that shit hurt. It hurt me. But I still didn't say nothing. I let my mom handle it. My mom handled it. We stood upstairs. Man, my nigga, we stood upstairs and was like, yo, I don't feel that way. We know what happened. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, nigga, we good. The shit still hurt, but I didn't disrespect this moms and shit like that. And that shit was like that for at least a couple of years. And she might even still feel that way. Like, you know what I mean? Because she don't know the whole truth. She just really don't. Because we never speak about it. We never talk about it. We know what happened. You know what I mean? That's me and him. Like, we know what happened. Like, I know that the reason we really got shot, it is what it is. I take that. Nigga, I told you I was loyal to my niggas. I was a street nigga. I'm loyal. Even though I ain't want to be in it, I was loyal to my niggas. A lot of shit that haven't even happened to me, or, shit happened, I was loyal. And I chalked that as up, even me almost coming close to dying. I chalked that shit up, nigga, that come with the street shit. I don't hold no grudges and no shit like that. I don't blame my niggas for that. That's some shit I committed to. I committed to my niggas. That's my niggas. I did that. And I wouldn't take that back, nigga. That's just how I move. I'm a loyal nigga like that. So even though his mom said that, whatever, it is what it is. But my point is, if somebody's your best friend like that, and you loyal to a motherfucker, and you cool with them like that, you don't disrespect nobody mom, man. Regardless of that mom, you feel that she's saying something wrong, you don't come out and disrespect her. Honestly. And it wasn't because I was scared of my nigga, no shit like that, nigga, because I was raised different. You don't disrespect your elders like that. And you don't say nothing. Nigga, they your elders. And maybe because maybe this generation that this motherfucker thought it was okay to get out here on the internet and speak badly about a mother that's lost her kid, regardless of how she felt. All you have to do is say, listen, I understand she in anger or some shit like that, but I had nothing to do with it. I love Noel. If I love him, I love his mom. I would never destroy her. They didn't do that. The motherfucker was sitting out there talking about he was upset at Noel's mother for even like thinking this was this. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? You're not his friend. You was never his friend. You don't disrespect nobody, mom. Not in that way. I don't give a fuck what she says. How you feel. And I felt the way about when my homeboy mom said what she said, and I knew it wasn't true, but you don't say nothing, nigga. Even if he would have died that day, I couldn't say shit. I couldn't disrespect her in no type of way. Ever. because I respect him. I would never disrespect his moms because I respect him. So I respect his moms. That's what I be saying about this generation of fuck niggas. Fuck motherfuckers. You young motherfuckers, you don't have no respect. There's certain shit you don't do. I don't give a fuck how you feel. There's certain shit you don't do. And that dude, and right there when he did that, I said, man, fuck that kid. And it ain't got nothing to do if I think he did it or not. All I know is you wasn't a real friend to him. That's what I do know. I don't know if you did it or not. I don't know if you had anything to do with Noel's death or not. But I know one motherfucker thing, you wasn't a real friend to him because you don't disrespect him. And then mind you, Brandon Tatum never said nothing about that. Because he don't have no fucking respect. All right, people, I'm back. But now, what I'm saying, if motherfucker, shout out to my brother Game in the middle. What up, Game? My bad. What up, Game? But nah, man, you don't do that shit, man. You don't. The fuck? My shit in conk though. No, you don't disrespect people, family, man. You listen. If a motherfucker is your best friend and that's your man's, nigga, you don't disrespect their moms, bro. Regardless if they say whatever they say, and that shit. Listen, that shit hurt me that his mom said that to me. I got her son shot. Like, come on, bro. That shit hurt, but you don't say nothing about like no shit like that. And I was younger than these little young motherfuckers when that shit happened. And you know why? Because I was raised. You know why I handled that the way I handled it? Because I was raised right. Regardless if I was in the street doing fucked up shit that I did, nigga, I still was raised right in a way. You don't disrespect your fucking elders like that. And like I said, nigga, even if my mom wasn't there, nigga, I still wouldn't have said nothing. I still wouldn't have said nothing. Not because I'm scared of my homies, nigga, because my mom ain't raised me like that. To disrespect your elders. Bullshit, man. My whole point is these motherfuckers disrespected this young Noel's supposed to be his best friend. You disrespect his mom, and then you pretend that I don't know if he pretended or he just really didn't know. And if you didn't know his motherfucking mom like that or his family like that, then you wasn't his best friend. You wasn't his best friend. Like my homie, like he ain't my best friend, but I know his main people in this. I know his moms. I know his dad. Like I know motherfuckers. I know his grandparents. Like what the fuck, nigga? If I'm hanging around with you every day, all day, nigga, I know your family. I may not know them from the T, know everything about them, but I know them. He pretend, oh yeah, I met him like they was, you know, it was occasionally shit. No, you can't say somebody your best friend and you occasionally know somebody. The way he was talking, he occasionally know somebody. If that was your best friend, you can't occasionally know somebody. Family, the fuck out of here. Not his mama. His dad, I get. But the mama, no. Hell no. Unless his mama has passed away or dead or, you know, on drugs, she ain't in the picture, I get that. But his mama, no. You know his mama. You know his mama. And if you don't know his mama, then you wasn't his best friend. The fuck are you talking about? Anyway, let's move on.
We don't really have any evidence that committed a crime. How do they get painted as criminals? How do they get painted as being responsible for the death of a person that was considered their friend? If the roles were reversed, this would be maddening.
You know what it's like to
mind you, and I just said this. Brandon Tatum let that dude get away with that. He never asked her, well, how you didn't know his mama like that? You ain't stay over his house or nothing? So how y'all best friends? How y'all been knowing each other for a little? So what you saying is Prince wasn't involved? Like you understand what I'm saying? But he let that young man, he's not a kid, that young man get away with that bullshit. And this nigga sitting here trying to question the family that lost somebody. These motherfuckers ain't lost nobody. That mama gotta go to sleep every night knowing her son ain't never coming home or she can't talk to him. But somehow these people are the victims. They ain't lose nothing. Listen, that's why I told y'all, man, you kill my kid, you ain't gotta worry about me crying about it. I cry on my own time. Oh, nigga, I'm off of revenge. You kill mine, you better hope the police get you. You killed mine. I ain't even got time to cry. My shit is about getting you. Don't worry about that shit. You ain't gonna see me one of those fathers on TV crying. No, you won't. You're gonna see anger in me. You're gonna have the anger you see in my eyes now. That is probably 10 times worse. You probably see a demon in me. Crying for what? I'm trying to kill you motherfuckers. And I'm plotting to kill you. So when we do go to court, I ain't got to worry about pleading guilty. Y'all already know I'm guilty. Fuck, I'm gonna plead guilty for you. I'm gonna tell a motherfucker what you plead. You already know what I did. So, sir, what you saying? You already know what I did. I ain't got to plead guilty or not guilty. You already know what I did. Let's move on, man. Like I said, this is wrong with society, man, in this country. People losing their humanity where they don't understand people that lost their kids. Like imagine you raise your kid for 18 years. And then they go off and something happened to them and motherfuckers sitting there and they don't know nothing. But then motherfuckers sitting out here doing interviews talking about we was best friends, but then try to placate to the mother that they ain't know the mom like that. Just think about that shit. Let's move on.
Racism. You know it on many different levels, right? You know it as a black man, you know it as a black athlete, you know it as a black cop, you know it as a black political advocate, you know it on a lot of levels. When you met these people, their families, what did that special or if unfortunate radar that you have built into you, what was your read on these people and the vibe in this community vis-a-vis Nolan Wells?
It was incredible. They were normal people. They seemed like great families. They seemed like they raised their children right. And the interesting thing, they had nothing but great things to say about Nolan. They all were very thankful for Nolan. They were all saddened. Even some of the parents cried when we were talking about Nolan. They were very distraught that Nolan had passed away.
But time out. That's all dandy and good. But what about the sons? Why you didn't ask them, the parents, did y'all know Noel's parents? Did y'all even know? Because your son said he didn't even know mom and dad like that. I don't give a fuck if they... Listen, bro. Listen, man. I'm a different nigga. I guess I'm a different type of black person. Listen, man. And it could be the way I was raised. Right? Right? And I grew up the way I grew up. Maybe it's that. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck about them crying. Listen, I remember my little homie died in my arms. And I remember his sister said to me, he said, you supposed to have been protecting him. What the fuck I supposed to say? All I did was cry. All I could say was, you right. Even though I know I did everything I could do to protect him. But I still, even to this day, I still feel guilty. I'm not going to be mad at her because she feel that way. She just lost her fucking brother. Who the fuck am, like, are you giving a me? I love them too, but not like her. Like, the lack of humanity that people have. Like I said, maybe because I've been raised different and I lost people. Like, literally, I cared about, and a lot of that shit I feel to this day is guilt of mine. That I feel, I even go through my mind, I feel like I should have did more. I should have did better. I wish I was who I was now. Like, who I am now, I wish I was that person then. Because maybe I would have did things differently. But I was a kid, I was young. But that guilt's still there. But I never got mad at his sister for she not blaming me, but kind of like, you supposed to protect him. And it was me. And just for that split second I wasn't there, he get killed. And die in my arms. Die in my arms. Me trying to give him CBR and all that shit. That shit stick with me to this day. I still remember it. That day never leave me. I think that shit haunt me a little bit. Not in the way that, it's like a bad thing, but it almost make me understand, nigga, do better in life. You made mistakes, Dad. Fix shit. Do shit better. Help more people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, I used to feel that way, but I don't feel that way no more. Like, I feel bad. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like if I don't do good and try to help people or get better as a person for myself to help others, then I'm just wasting. I'm disrespecting this death. And others. It's not just him, it's others. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, bro, but I never, like, a lot of this shit that you saying from this Noel shit, like, this shit is so disrespectful, bro. Like, these young men are so disrespectful. Brad Tatum is so disrespectful. The parents of these kids are so disrespectful. They acting like they the victims now. Get the fuck off social media. Stop listening to it. Then you sit down with a social media influencer to try to change the narrative of certain people that may think a certain type of way. Who gives a fuck? I don't agree with all the black people that feel a certain type of way about this situation. I don't agree. But that don't change how, you get what I mean? I still don't think these kids did it. I don't know. I don't know if these kids did it or not. I don't know if they had anything to do with it. Don't know. Because it seemed like it's a cover-up to me. Just from the sheriff, from the police department that's in that town or county or whatever. It seemed like they covering the shit up. They come out 1 minute saying, hey, it was accidental drowning. And then now they investigating. What are you investigating? If you got the evidence that from the jump it was an accidental drowning, what the fuck are y'all investigating for? That's my point. And that's why black people are like, what the fuck? A lot of us like, yo, what the fuck is this? Move on, man, because I want to move on to another clip of Brandon Tatum.
And you know, they all seem like if you go to that side that I went and talked to the people on that side, they all seem to love Nolan. This was a loss for everybody, and there was no racial animus. They all have black friends, and everybody get along. Everybody that I talk to is like, no, the race is not a thing here. We all love everybody. Horn Island is full of a diverse group of people. We have a diverse friend group. All of these things is what is.
Listen, and let me say, you know what really bothered me about Brandon Tatum is that he's sitting there, he's trying to present, I talk to white people, they don't feel that way. Of course they don't. Of course they don't being around black people. Let me tell you something about black people, right? Go sit down and talk to a black family. And they could be cool with white kids. Right here, white kids around them, around their family, and have white people. But have black people that's majority around their own, and they have white people that come in and hang out with them. They'll tell you the same shit. But what they will tell you, they wouldn't tell you that race don't matter. Or racism doesn't matter. Yeah, we try to treat them like our own, like he want us. But they wouldn't lie to you and say, yeah, we know you white. Yeah, race matter. Yeah, we get it. But race don't matter to us of how we treat them. Yes, of course, that's anybody. Any race, right? That's good people. Of course they will. But the ignorant part is to pretend that we don't understand. Like if a black man say, oh, we don't see no race. No, we don't see race when we see this white kid. That's bullshit. They're a liar. I don't give a fuck who they are. If they black, they're a liar. You know certain temperaments, certain shit about this white kid. This white kid don't grow up around your black family or black people like that. It's all a lie. It's all people trying to pretend that they live in a different universe. Listen, let me say this. We will treat this, listen, and it depends what black family is. Two types, right? You got a black family that made, if a white kid is around your kid and they come over your house, and it depends, the environment, right? But even in that environment, in a way, we turn on our whiteness, if you want to say that. Turn on our bouginess. I don't want to say whiteness. We turn on our bouginess. Right? But a black person like me, on the other side of that, I'm not doing that. You here. Now, of course, I don't want to use the N-word around white people, period. Especially not a kid. But I'll slang. I'm not changing my slang for no white kid that come around hanging around my white kid, my black kid. No, that's how we talk over here. My daughter get it. Listen, I call my daughter a black white girl. And the reason she has no slang, and even when she says slang, she sounds corny. You know what I mean? But I'm actually proud of that. That's why I don't judge other black people that grew up in white communities or however they grew up, or how it sound corny to a lot of us. My daughter grows up like that. My daughter sounds like that. Sound corny. But I'm happy and I'm proud about that. So I don't try to shit on other black people because they talk proper. Because my daughter talk very proper. So, yeah. Here and there she try to use slang, but it don't sound right a lot of times. Because she not raised like that. And I'm like, she got cousins and God kids that live in the hood and shit like that, but she not really around that shit like that. Even some of my God kids, they man, they don't talk like that, man. I remember it was on the trip. Quick story real quick. I was on a trip with the kids, my godson, my oldest godson. Every time I would come out, I get dressed to go somewhere. This nigga tell me like, you dress like an old OG nigga. Like, you dress like an old OG nigga that had money back in the day. That's what he said to me. And I said, nigga, yeah. Right? Now, mind you, then he said some shit to me, some real shit. He said, he's like, cause you know, you keep coming out dressed in a certain type of way, right? And he's like, yo, he said to me, this is my oldest godson. At that time, he's not my oldest, but you know. He's like, man, you dress like you just got respect. You dress like an old nigga that got respect in the hood. Mind you, now, these niggas don't grow up in the hood. You know what I mean? But they not ignorant to it. Right? Like, my girl kids not ignorant to it. Like, a lot of my girl kids, they're not ignorant to the streets, like, but they're not in the streets. They don't grow up in it. Right? That's why this year, a lot of them, well, other than him, he's still going to, and he don't want to set it, but my other god kids, that all of them going to private schools this year. All of them going to, my daughter, all of them are going to the same private school. But him saying that, I'm like, yeah, I was respected, but I wasn't. I'm thinking to myself, like, I wasn't that dude like that. I don't really give a fuck about that shit. Right? And now that I'm older, like, you know what I mean, you get older and shit, but, you know, you have your God kid sense or shit. So you want to explain to him, like, yeah, listen, I'm who I am, bro. I'm old, bro. I tell them all the time, I don't get mad at them when they say old school shit. Like, nigga, I'm old. Fuck, I'm not going to dress like y'all. That's not happening. You know what I mean? I'm not dressing like y'all. I ain't wearing no skinny jeans and no shit like that. So, yeah, I'm dressed a certain type of way. Like, nigga, I dress in my own way in a little bit. And then to them, you know, just because I don't be in no skinny jeans like that, my shit that I dress in is old school to them. I get that, respect it. But, nigga, I'm not ashamed of being old. But he kept seeing me come out with fly. My shit was fly though. It wasn't like some shit that wasn't fly. He was just like, yo, just like old school nigga. It's my round, bro. That's how I dress. You know what I mean? Half of the time, yo, when I get fly, I dress in old school shit. But, you know, a lot of the times when I dress, I just dress in normal. I dress normal. I got sweats on, a tee, you know what I mean? Some shorts and a tee. Like, I ain't dressing fly like that, but when I get fly, I'll get fly on the motherfucker. I hit niggas with some shit. It was like, even though you can say it's old school, but that shit fly is clean. I'm clean though. See, I like it ain't about no old school shit. For me, my shit gonna be clean. I like to dress clean. You can't say my shit don't look clean. When I get dressed, I get clean. And I ain't talking about like, yo, just throwing some suit and tie shit. Nah, nigga, when I get dressed, I put that shit on. That's what my godson was talking about. When I throw that shit on, because my jewelry, everything, matches everything I'm doing. You know what I mean? Anything I'm wearing, it's matching my outfit, whatever is matching my jewelry, my glasses, everything. I got pictures of shit I'll show y'all, man. But yeah, nigga, I dress clean. It's not an old school shit for me. I just dress clean. If I feel good in that shit, that's why I put it on. Anyway, but let's move on.
Everybody
shit,
that I
hold
talk
on. Nah, I ain't want to do this shit no more. I want to move on to this other shit that I caught that Brandon Tatum said. There's enough of that Chris Cuomo shit. Chris Cuomo basically threw him a softball. Basically. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. I think it's this. Oh, yeah. This is the white boy. That's why I said, if he said that all black people is racist, right? That's, it's in our community while we racist. Then why he ain't come at this white boy and telling this white boy that he's racist? Right? And he's a liberal. I don't want to call him a white boy. He's a grown ass man. He a grown man. But I want y'all to listen to this. How he goes off on Brandon Tatum. He literally goes off on him. But Brandon Tatum ain't calling him racist, but he called black people racist because we disagree with him. Listen to this shit.
And Bill J did him dirty. I'm talking about dirty.
Shout out to the big homie Willie D too for this clip.
Dirty. I'm talking about dirty South dirty. Yeah, fam, check it out.
Tatum, you can threat sue me all you want because you're the only one here who's getting served. You're doing exactly what I said you would do. You're doubling down. Why? Because it's your job. You see, you have an agenda. I do too, but ours is a little bit different. I want the truth. I care about the truth. If I'm wrong about something, I want someone to correct me. You will never say, my bad. You will never say, I was wrong. I made a mistake. You will never do that. Because if you did do that, you'd lose your job. This is just like when Tony Laren got fired from the Blaze because she said she was pro-choice. You cannot go against a narrative. And every time a white person hurts or unalives a black person.
And listen, and he not lying. Because when Candace Owens went against the Jewish shit, they got her ass up out of there. Everybody keep thinking it's about the Trump shit. No. They got her ass up out of there. And then they really turned her back on her when the Trump shit, when she said what she said about Trump, then they really turned their back on her. That's why you see her now. She got a little of the right wing, and they trying to play like they good conservative people. She got those people, right? And then she's trying to sneak back over to the black community, to the right side. And I tell black people, you better not allow that bitch back over here. She's a danger to the community. She is not to be trusted. Put it that way. Candace Owens is not to be trusted. That bitch got put years in to get her shit together. Omarosa been trying to get back with the black community, and look how we don't fuck with her. So no. Because we don't forgive what the fuck she did to us. And the Candace Owens did. Then it worse than what motherfucking I think this is about the same. This is about the same. But I still think Candace Owens did worse than Omarosa. My opinion. But anyway, let's move on.
Because if you did do that, you'd lose your job. This is just like when Tony Laren got fired from the Blaze because she said she was pro-choice. You cannot go against a narrative. And every time a white person hurts or unalives a black person, you're right there to clean up the mess. You're right there to spin things. And every single time you took the side of the white person, every time, because that's your job.
Let's stop right there, man. Let's stop. We're going to get back here in a minute, but I got to jump in on that. These uncivilized nuts, these coconuts. Some of y'all may not understand what that means. That's one of my corn terms, coconut.
Yeah, I know what it means.
Listen, fam, a coconut is a black person who's black or brown on the outside, white on the inside. These are the type of dudes who 100% of the time, when a black person is killed by the police or a white person or anybody non-black, they 100% of the time take the other side. They never side with black folks. This is how you know that they're bought and paid for, sold for sale. What my son say? My son say sold not for sale. Their soul is for sale.
And I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to remember what it is kind of saying. Like people like Brandon Tatum and shit. Candace Owens when they was doing that shit. When she was doing her shit. When that George Floyd shit came out, man, everybody knew that shit was wrong. They even said it was wrong. But what happened? They wasn't making no money siding with black folks. And they switched the fuck over. They knew it was wrong, but they switched over. And then they tried, we investigated. You ain't investigate shit. Because if your moral integrity is not into this in any investigation or any situation like that, then you're not investigating nothing. You're investigating to prove your point. Listen, people. What they did to George Floyd, he was in handcuffs. What could he do? That's all you need to know. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. What he did back in the day with a woman putting pistols or whatever, he got high, he was high. I don't care. Because it shouldn't matter. We know when we seen the video, this brother was in handcuffs. And they sat on him through his whole body. His whole body. That's why all of them got charged. It wasn't just Doug Chauvin. That's his name, right? It wasn't just him. There was other cops too. They all sat there on this man's body for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And somehow I'm supposed to give a fuck about he had fentanyl in his system, or how they try to do it, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, all of them. Oh, you know he put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. I'm supposed to give a fuck about that in the moment if they just killed an unarmed black man. Didn't he go to jail for that shit? Didn't he? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? They murdered him. But you see how they, Candace Owens and Brandon, how they did it? They brung up that shit and said he deserved to die. Then they said, oh, he didn't die because of what the cops did. He had fentanyl in the system. Well, I'll tell you this. If he had fentanyl in his system and they didn't sit on his neck and all that other shit they did to him, right? Let's just say they left him sitting there and he died off of fentanyl. Do you know the ambulance can come fix that? Right? They can at least try to help him not die from that, because that means he's ODing. Right? Okay. They can come fix that. But that's not what happened. So it doesn't matter what's in this fucking system. It's what they did in that moment. Because if they never did anything they did, then you can leave it up to the ambulance, the ambulance people to come there and take care of that situation. If they didn't do it, they threw him on the ground and they stood on him. They didn't call and say, look, okay, you having problems? All right, sir. All right, hold on. Let me call the ambulance. Let me call, these people. Fire department, whatever. Call them up. He didn't do that. You didn't wait on him. What he did, he got aggressive. They got aggressive because he wouldn't stay still or whatever. He was whatever. And they threw him out the fucking car and they stood on his body. And like I said this, they say that he had all this shit in his system. Did they know he was high? Did they know? No, they didn't. They didn't know he was high. If that's the case, he had fentanyl in the system. They didn't know that. Right? But they still did what they did, though. So did they really, number one, they didn't know. And did they care if he had that in his system? Because they still did what they did. And they killed George Floyd. So these motherfuckers, they always say that shit. Keep bringing up that fucking, he had fentanyl in him. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Usually, people that overdose off of fentanyl, they die and they sleep. Right? They don't die right then and there. When it's mixed with shit, mixed with fentanyl and whatever, coke, whatever. They don't die right there, bro. They die and they sleep. They don't die right then and there. So the fentanyl had nothing to do with that. They literally killed this man. And then Brad Tatum and Candace Owens, they all came out, all these right-wing stupid nut jobs came out, and their whole point was to make money off of disrespecting of black people's death. But soon a black person does something, they don't care about that. They didn't give a fuck about a young boy up in Texas that did what he did. They didn't care about it. Why he had a knife? Why he did that? They ridiculed him. Called him all types of thugs and all that other shit. And this young boy had a GPA high. He wasn't no thug. He wasn't no dude from the streets. He wasn't king. He come from where I come from. He was a good kid. They didn't even think about these people. He could have been bullied by these kids. And then come find out we know these kids bully people. They didn't care about that. He stared. He shouldn't have stared you. And Brad Tatum all look about, he shouldn't have pulled no knife on him. He should just fight. And then if he fought him and beat the shit out of him, let's just say this. Let's just say the kid would have fought him and beat the shit out of him and then they died. He still would have sided with the goddamn white people. And we kind of find out his daddy is a racist. Brad Tatum, he say nothing about that. You notice he never did a video on that. And if he did it, he made a video to back the racist ass daddy up. He's going through some things. But then you disrespect the mom that lost her son. Regardless if it got anything to do with race. You still disrespect the mom. You didn't disrespect the dad. The dad lost somebody. Okay, cool. Right? You want to support that. All right, fine. That's still fucked up. He could be racist and that's okay to you. But anyway, let's go for that dumbass narrative. But then you turn around, we're having Noel's, and you mad at the mom because they don't want to do an interview with you. And that's all it's really about. That's why you trying to defame them and disrespect them. And I will sue you if I was them. Because he's basically lying. And you disrespect that mom, that family like that, and they kid died. And the people that you did interview, because they did an interview with you, and you do business with them too, because you're doing business with their lawyers. Don't even lie about that. We got the proof on that. So that's a fact, Brandon Tatum. So we know you biased. We know you on bullshit. I know you are. So I did my research, nigga. And I wish you would try to say you sued me, because I'll put that. The information is already out there, and I know the information. I wish you would say you gonna sue me, nigga. I'll counter sue the shit out you. How about that? And I got a lawyer. Just because you look at my channel, you like, yeah, this channel ain't that big. But I got a lawyer that'll fuck with you, though. Believe in that, bitch ass nigga. But anyway, you didn't even care about the family like that, because they wouldn't want to talk to you because of Ben Crump. And the reason that you going after the family like that, because of Ben Crump. You don't like him. And stop pretending that you don't. You talk mad shit about Ben Crump. And I'm chasing you, disrespect the man. And now he over there, and then you trying to act like, oh, the family ain't shit, because Ben Crump is telling them not to talk to you, and they made it sure that they weren't talking to you anyway, because they did their research on you before Ben Crump. Because they did interviews before Ben Crump got even involved. Do you know that? You ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. So it ain't about your goofy ass. And you ain't that important in the story. You're trying to make yourself important. You have made yourself important in the situation in a way. But for me, you're not that important. You're a weak ass black dude that sell your people out. Every fucking chance you get, you fucking sell out. You a sellout. And I want to make this very clear to Brandon Tatum. I don't give a fuck about you, bro. I don't wish death on you or harm to you or nothing. But if you die today tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck. Say black people don't care about you more. I'm one of those black people that don't give a fuck about you. How about that? I don't give a fuck if you live or die. Because you're a waste of black skin. Fuck out of here, nigga. Trying to pretend that I'm supposed to give a fuck about you. You disrespect our people, because it should be your people, but our people, and you disrespect us, and do you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you? Because you try to say, oh, I'm a free thinker. You ain't no free thinker, nigga. You a sellout. You sell your people out for money. You disrespect this young man's mother because you did an interview and they didn't want to do it. Nigga, you talking about you not trying to be boss. You disrespect her family. She didn't say nothing bad about you. And I wish you would come out and say she said something bad about you. I wish you would. Because we got the receipts that she never said nothing bad about you. All she said was, I don't want to talk about him. She just did an interview with somebody that did talk bad about you. And that's the case, you felt like you got to disrespect this mom that lost her son. If that's the case that you do that, then fuck you, nigga. Then you ain't morally good. Your mama ain't raised you right, so we get to talk about your mama. Who the fuck raised you? You bitch ass nigga. Talking about you. Oh, I hated people back in the day when I was in the black culture. Boy, nigga, that was whoever the fuck you was around as far as that black culture. Nigga, look at your family. Look at the people that you was raised around. Don't try to push that on all black people like all black people hate white people or we was raised to hate hate white people. You know how disingenuous and disrespectful that is? How much that's a fucking lie? That's your experience, bitch ass nigga. But you won't tell black people, you won't tell the world why you hate black people. The fuck out of here. You gonna tell us about how you was raised about black people hating because I hated black people. That's what the culture is. Well, why you hate black people? Tell everybody that. You bitch ass nigga. Anyway, let's move on.
With black folks. This is how you know that they're bought and paid for, sold for sale. What my son said? My son said sold not for sale. Their soul is for sale, sold for sale. They never, ever, ever criticize white folks. When they criticize black folks, they say, well, I'm just being real. I'm a free thinker. I'm just calling it like it is. So with all these white folks out here doing all this killing, but all these white folks who commit crime, with the president of the United States starting a war, illegally invading another country, padding his pockets with billions of dollars, they ain't saying nothing about that. This is how you know that they're bought and paid for.
You work for Turning Point, for fuck's sake. You work for white nationalists. Do you know why you have that job? It's not because you're intelligent or talented or insightful. It's because of your skin color. We all know this. It's because of your skin color and your willingness to sell out your own people. You see, with me, I call out lies, misinformation, bullshit, bullying. I'm against those things because they hurt people. And they hurt me. 5 years ago, Brandon, I was on my deathbed. Lucky to have a bed. Because of people like you, because of liars and grifters, I almost died a horrible, painful death. Because of assholes and pieces of shit who are selling misinformation to make...
No, time out. And listen, this is a white man. Excuse me. Speaking of that shit, excuse me. And I'm trying to tell y'all. And that's why I don't even have this conversation with... I don't like getting in the... I put it this way. I don't like having a conversation with people about COVID. Because like I said, this man literally went through COVID. And him taking the vaccine actually saved his life. And he's going to tell you that. But I lost my aunt to this shit. And this was before the COVID shots. This was before my aunt didn't even get the COVID shot. The shit wasn't even like available at the time. So my aunt probably could have survived if she got the COVID shot. Right? But all the bad information that people like Brandon Tatum and a lot of these sellout ass people and a lot of these fucking mega people pushed out there, even some of these goofy ass black people pushed out there, I don't need the COVID shot and all that shit. What the fuck out of here? And people died because of this shit. Because of misinformation. And this is what this man is telling you about. I was on my deathbed. And it was people like Brandon Tatum is he made money off of this shit. That's how cruel this motherfucker is. And he don't really get it. He ain't no scientist. How the fuck you know? You telling Dr. Fauci is this bad dude, but he's a fucking scientist. And I look down this man's resume. He is not known for lying. He is not known for being a bad scientist or just lying to harm people. That's not what he's known for doing. But Brandon Tatum and all these fucking anti-vaccine motherfuckers want to sit here and you ain't got no, number one, you ain't have no credibility in this shit. Right? Because you don't have no education and you ain't no scientist. Let's just put it that way. You no scientist, you ain't no health person or nothing like that. And these people sitting out here pretending that they know better than the fucking scientist. That is his reputation is not to harm people, it's to help people. Look at his motherfucking resume. And so motherfuckers sitting out trying to believe people that don't have no resume. Fuck out of here, bro. We stuck on stupid in this fucking country. But anyway, listen to this white brother. I call him a white brother because he's an ally. Because he says some shit I don't like sometimes. But that's anything. But I agree with him about 90% of the time.
Because of liars and grifters, I almost died a horrible, painful death because of assholes and pieces of shit who are selling misinformation to make money and spread the COVID misinformation all over. No one took the pandemic seriously, and all the hospitals were full. There were no doctors, no ICU beds, no nurses. I'm dying alone in a motherfucking hallway in excruciating pain because of pieces of shit like you. So
and let me say this, and I want people to understand. You hear the right wing, they talk about, well, it wasn't enough doctors and all this other shit. It will never be enough doctors. There's never enough doctors and nurses in this country. We outweigh that. It's like the police. I tell y'all, nigga, it's more people in this country than police officers. Listen, it is more people in this country than military people, than law enforcement. Right? So that's what I be trying to get people to understand. So even with this situation, as far as COVID and shit, it happened. It's a pandemic. Nigga, there ain't enough doctors in the world. It wasn't enough hospitals in this country. In this country, when COVID happened. Of people getting sick from COVID. It wasn't enough to treat them. And then there was some shit that we knew nothing about. We didn't know how dangerous it was. We didn't know nothing. And it mainly came from, it was a random virus nobody knew nothing about. Right? So we learn it every day with this shit. And then mind you, in this country, these stupid ass right wingers, you still trying to keep blaming Joe Biden and everybody else for this virus. This shit ain't even was created here. The virus came from fucking China. And you blaming Dr. Fauci for what? And like I said, when you're not educated in shit, you start blaming people you know nothing about. You blaming a motherfucker that helped AIDS, that was killing millions of people. That's who Dr. Fauci is, nigga. He helped create a cure. You motherfuckers are so ignorant and stupid and trying to blame this one man or even blaming Biden and the shutdowns and all. Nigga, do you know what a pandemic? See, the problem with this time that we in, when something tragic really generally happen, you niggas some of y'all in this country, and it could be a lot of y'all, that you just don't get it because you don't understand shit. You don't get it. But then even some of you motherfuckers, you want to think you smarter than everybody. And you ain't smarter than people that you have no fucking, you ain't Dr. Fauci. Like, why are we fucking with Dr. Fauci? Listen, we ain't got to agree with everything with Dr. Fauci. But I'm going to tell you something. I agree with him 90% of the time. This man, whole adult life, you act like he's some type of young boy. This man been in this field for damn near his whole entire adult life. His whole entire adult life. And you stupid motherfuckers get the internet and think y'all know more than the fucking doctor. That's like going to the hospital and you broke your arm. No, hey, do my arm a certain type of way. Oh, I got a virus. You don't even know what the fucking virus is. A lot of you motherfuckers go to to the hospital, you get the flu. You don't even know it's the flu. How the fuck you know? You assume it. You don't know what the flu is, you stupid son of a bitches. Stop acting like you know better than doctors or scientists. You don't know shit. Unless you in that field, you don't know nothing. Not saying that you can't educate yourself and shit, but stop acting like you on that level. You're not. I know certain shit, but that don't mean I know more than Dr. Fauci and these scientists. And doctors, when I go to the doctor, so I go to the doctor, hey, fuck out of here, bro. We dealing with stupid people in this country. And I mean that. A lot of stupid people in this country. Y'all stupid. Y'all dumbasses. Y'all want to sit here and try to act like y'all more, y'all know shit because what? Because of the internet? You don't know shit. The internet lies to you. A lot of the times. It lies to you. You research shit on the internet. However, y'all don't even research. I can't even blame the internet. You just watch nigga shows or watch certain shit. You research shit. Somebody put some shit out and you be like, you believe it. You don't deep dive the research. You just believe it because it come out, it's out there, everybody talking about it, and that's the truth. No, it ain't. Dumbasses, research. That's why I tell people, don't believe what I say, nigga, research it. And tell me that I'm lying. Because I know what I research. I know I ain't lying. I come out here and stand on business with what I say. I don't lie about no shit just because I half-ass research or I found some shit that fit my narrative. No. I don't do that shit. But anyway, let's move on.
Finally found me a room. I'm in there shaking from this infection that's taken over my body. My lady is sitting there watching me die. And I'm over here watching her watch me, knowing she's already lost a husband. She's about to be a widow for the second fucking time. I'm lucky to be here. A lot of people weren't as lucky. And all this pain and suffering happens because of assholes like you. Spreading misinformation and lies, and you're doing it to your country and to your own people, man. But hey, you drive around in a Ferrari. It's worth it, yeah. Fuck my people. Fuck the country. Fuck innocent people. Because I'm driving around in a Ferrari. I have money now, ain't it? And you wonder why people make videos about your sellout ass. And I find it hilarious that you're threatening to sue me. You don't get to sue me. If you were, you wouldn't be asking your followers. This is just content for you. And here's a question. What would you sue me for? Like, what would you sue me for exactly? Calling you a bootlicker? Because if that's what it is, you might as well check out your comments. Better yet, check out my comments. This is what I love.
Now, let me say this about good white folks. There's a certain line they know they can't cross. He go white people. I don't agree with them all the time, but he go white people. He understands that he can't call black people a coon. So I called him a nigga. I think he knows. I ain't gonna say I think. I know he knows that. That's why he called him a bootlicker, a sellout. He does that. He says this about Brandon Tatum. But he ain't never called him a coon. Because he knows better. Right? And I'm trying to like get out on him, but I'm just saying he knows better. He's one of them good white people that's an ally. We ain't gonna agree with. I ain't gonna agree with him all the time on certain shit, but he's a good ally. He going at the brand saying, nigga, what I'm mad about? He calling him a sellout or bootlicker. That's what he is. I call him worse than that. I call him a fucking coon and a sellout, so it's worse. But he won't do it because he understands that's not his lane to do that. So he goes to that. He pushed that edge right there, calling him a bootlicker and a sellout, which is black people okay with that. We get it. That's all we need to know. Right? But this Negro, Brandon Tatum, he really is upset at this. That's why when he came out, when I told y'all we played it, he said, black people think all white people is racist. I don't think this white man is racist. Why? Because you think because I say because he agree with me? No. He's respectful. Because he could have called you a fucking coon if he had respect for black people. He could have did that. And see, the thing is, Brandon Tammy, you don't know nothing about that because you ain't in tune with your people. So you don't know that about this white man. Even with this white man, that you feel, oh, he's this white liberal, yeah, he gonna come at me like, no, this white liberal got respect for black people because he could have called you a coon, but he knew that shit wouldn't sit right with a lot of our black folks of him even saying that. And that's why he called you a sellout and a bootlicker. Because he could have called you a coon. He could have did that. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If he probably would have called you a coon, I mean, hold on, bro. I'd have felt the way about that. That's for us. That's our shit. Don't do that. It's like calling him a nigga. Like, you know what I mean? You don't get to do that. We do that. He understood that. And that's why he never called you a fucking coon. But you don't know that because, you know, you've been kissing ass to white supremacy all the time. And you said that black people in our culture, we think all white people is, you know, we racist to all white people. We hate white people. We don't hate this white man that's calling your bitch ass out. But anyway, let's move on.
About black people, they know how to meme. These are all for people of color. They support me more than they support you. What do they say about you? You made a 4-minute, 38-second video, and what did you say you were going to do? You didn't show it. You didn't show her throwing boiling water. All you tried to do was make verbal excuses. You are not that motherfucking good at words. You're not. Trying to convince people they didn't see what...
Shop Boscov's back to school sale. Champion tees, joggers, and hoodies for boys are starting from $7.99 and save.
I ain't got no problem with that. You are not that good with words, brother. But damn, why did I call him a brother? Every brother ain't a brother. What Chuck D said? Every brother ain't a brother. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. You are not that good with words, but he loved calling other people stupid. You dumb. You stupid. You dumb. You know, you know who else do that? Slowpoke, window licking slow Trump. Love trying to insult other people's intelligence when he one of the slowest in all the civilization.
Listen, because he picked up his massive talking points. That's who Brandon Tatum is. Him to call black people stupid and slow. Like I did that when we did this shit earlier. I was calling black people stupid because we don't agree with him. So we stupid. I'm not calling him stupid because he don't agree with me. I broke that shit down. It's not that because you don't agree with me. Call Brandon Tatum stupid because he don't agree with me. Listen, and remember he said, oh, black people, we being played. Well, nigga, you don't think you being played? You literally being played. Why is it? And nigga, I know you know this. That's the crazy shit about it. I know you know this. That you're being played to make money to disrespect your own people. That's the only way you can make your money. Start speaking about those racist ass white people. Start speaking about white on white crime, because it does exist. I know society try to push this narrative there's only black people committing crimes amongst each other, when we are not the highest percentage people in this country that's committing crimes. We know that white on white crime, they commit more crimes than black on black crime. These are facts. But never talk about that. But see, that's my point. That's why when we tell you you slow and you stupid, nigga, that's what we mean. Because you're intentionally lying. You intentionally lying, Brandon Tatum. Now, like I said, we can never have a conversation. For what? Because all you're going to do is lie. And I know you're going to lie. So what the fuck is the point? You talk about these people that want to talk to you for what? Why they want to talk to you when they know you're going to lie? And we know that you only want to sit down with these black people that disagree with you is to get views and clicks. Fuck out of here. We can do it on our own or talking bad about you, not to bring you on our platforms. We can make money off of your stupidity and your coonery, nigga. Fuck you talking about. But anyway, let's move on, y'all.
People think that he's smart just because he got money. Do you know how many dumb people got money? It's a whole lot of people, man, who got money who just happen to look up. It's some people who got a lot of money. They just happen to be natural athletes, really good athletes. It's people who are super dumb that have won the lottery. Some people super dumb, they just born into money. Trump, born into money. Trump, that's how he get the money. He ain't smart. He was born into money and he walked into a system. His daddy created a system so that when he was ready, he could just walk right in. All he had to do is just follow the roadmap and everything would be cool.
Listen, and that's why when you hear Trump supposed to say he's smart because he's a billionaire, he's all that. He was raised in that money. He was raised in that position. He was raised in it. There was nothing like Trump did that was special, bro. Right? Like, you want to say, oh, black people fuck with him back in there because a lot of those rappers are stupid. Right? And they ain't know nothing about Trump. They wasn't friends with Trump like that, nigga. It's an industry. They didn't know who the fuck Trump was, bro. They did not know. So, people try to pretend like, oh, Donald Trump was this and he was that and he was this. Hey, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit. He was not smart like that. Listen, and you look at what he's doing now, right? He's literally stealing from the American people. He's literally been a criminal now. He knows what he's doing is criminal. And he's still doing it. He's stealing money from the American people. He's literally stealing our money. Like he always did. It ain't nothing new that Trump is doing. It's nothing new that Trump is doing right now that you be like, oh, well, he's showing some shit. No. Yeah, part of it is showing how corrupt you could be when you try to corrupt the system. Yes. That's not smart. That's him being a criminal. Trump is literally being a criminal right now. He's literally saying, hey, I'm going to get away with this shit. Ain't nothing y'all can do with it. Y'all should have fixed these laws. Right? And mind you, when he's breaking these laws and he's stealing money, and people are like, well, we should fix these laws. Listen, we didn't have to worry about this shit with other presidents like that. Listen, Biden didn't do this. Barack didn't do this. Clinton didn't do. George Bush didn't do. George Bush was already rich. That's why I be trying to tell you. Like, even when Biden got in, nigga, he already had some money. Listen, Biden would have never been poor. You know what I mean? Nigga talking about his money, his son, and all that. Nigga, he was already fine. He's a part of a system that he's gonna make some money. And his family gonna make some money. He's gonna be fine. His kids is gonna be fine. Trump say he's rich. Then why he doing this then? Why is that? Why he doing it? Ask yourselves that. Trump supposed. Why he doing it? Why is he out here trying to take advantage of the system? If it's so broken, then he's supposed to be fixing it, right? But he's not fixing it. He's taking advantage of it. And then at the same time he's taking advantage of it, and you dumbass Trump supporters, you know that's your money too. Not just our money. It's your money too. You dumbass motherfuckers. And then you sit there and you try to pretend, oh, Trump is this smart dude. He's smart. He's going. I remember they said this shit. Oh, dude, state taxes. He's just smart. No, he's not. He's not smart. And then what this nigga did when he got in office, what he did. All the rich is getting rich. None of us is not getting rich at all. We are all paying high taxes, gas, all that shit. I live that shit every day, so I know it. So when I hear the Scott Jennings and all these motherfuckers talking that shit, bitch, yeah, it's high. But is it really high for you, Scott Jennings? You a millionaire. You who the fuck cares? If I'm making millions of dollars, who the fuck I give a fuck about gas prices? Right? What I care about people's life of living? For what? Like I get paid for it. So what? Listen, I tell people this shit all the time. Yeah, I live a different life of certain people. That's because the way I live my life. But I pay the same shit that everybody else pay. Gas, electric, everything. Shit going high. My wife just told me the gas electric rate go high in Baltimore. The fuck? You don't want to act like you don't know what that is, but it is what it is. Yo, shit is what it is. People who are sitting out pretending that the shit that Trump is doing don't affect everybody. It affects everybody. If you're not in that rich category, not making that type of money like that, and I don't try to pretend I do, you know what I mean? I just live a certain type of way. But nigga, I still pay the same fucking prices everybody else pay, nigga. You know what I mean? Shit high, bro. Shit way too high, bro. Way too high. I've been in a certain situation that where I live different. I mean, I don't live like everybody else. Right? But I ain't saying it don't affect me. I understand what the times we in. And sometimes you sacrifice. I'm a hood nigga. You sacrifice. So for me, it ain't that big. I can say it ain't no big deal to me. But I don't let shit affect me like that. Because I understand shit high. We just was paying fucking number one, gas is high because I gotta go to work. So I know the gas is fucking high. I feel that. Right? But the other part is that, yo, you talking about people getting groceries and milk and shit, and we go shopping for us. Like, yo, what the fuck? My wife said, oh no, this shit was this price. And I saw it being high. I say, God damn, this shit high. Like, you know, go grocery shopping. I said, what the fuck? She was like, yeah, it's like that. I said, oh, no. And then I ain't getting mad about it. I'm just like, well, I ain't say I ain't mad about it. I'm pissed about it. But I'm like, I was ignorant to it for a minute. And then I was like, oh shit, this shit is like, God damn. Nigga, I used to get three things in milk. Now I only can get one, maybe two. That's a maybe. Of getting milk. You get what I mean? Like, shit ain't the same, bro. And the crazy shit about it is that this shit is happening all around the country. And then people want to sit here and act like, oh, we supposed to be worrying about immigrants. For what? They not raising the prices of why shit is high. He getting rid of all the immigrants, right? He doing all that shit that y'all love that he do. But that's not stopping the prices to go down. He getting rid of all these immigrants and shit like that, even the war y'all talking about. It's not lowering the prices. It's actually raising the fucking prices. And I was down in the South. They gas was lower than mine. But they didn't, like, when I bought shit outside of gas, all that shit was the same. Even when I was in Baltimore, it was the same shit. I paid for shit. I paid for the fucking shit that my godkids and my daughter wanted. That shit didn't change the prices of that. Only thing changed was the gas. That was it. But did it really change? Right? Because I got used to shit being in the threes, right? I just was like, all right, well, you know, I'm on gas. I'm gonna go ahead and pay this shit for gas. It's $3.60, $3.20 something. That shit's still high, bro. And then you started moving. I started to go home, and we putting gas in the car. You know, shit went back to usual paying. So I'm paying way more. Like, I mean, I'm even shocked that the fucking gas, like, I got some gas in Baltimore, and I was like, all right, this shit is $3.90 something. All right, well, I won't be shocked that bitch be $4 something when next time I put some gas in my car. Like when I was down in the South paying that shit was low. Whatever was like 30. Yo, just think about this. It was $30 just to fill a half a tank. Now we just got filling that bitch every time they got close to half a tank. You get what I mean? So that's what I was doing. Because the gas was so cheap. I was like, fuck it, okay. Well, look, 3 something. Because you thinking it's so cheap, but it's really not. It's not cheap. It's like, yo, you still paying crazy money to put gas in the car. $3.60 something. It's normalized to us. We think shit is normalized. Or I'm like, yo, that shit happened in Baltimore. That shit's close. My shit's $4. You know, and if it's 3 something, it's in the 380s, 390. This shit is 360. We thinking like, oh, this shit is so low, but it's really not. That shit is high, bro. Fucking gas is high, bro. And people trying to pretend that they ain't that. But, you know, it is what it is, man.
He did nothing to earn the money that he had. And even when he got to the billionaire status, how did he get it? He robbed Americans.
They saw with their own eyes. You are not that intelligent. You are not that powerful. You are not that sharp. Trying to convince people that she threw boiling water at them. The motherfucking court said no, she didn't. You made a claim, and instead of showing on video, you made verbal excuses. It was pathetic. You just totally missed the mark. You tried to convince people something happened that no one saw happen. And I've already had a few lawyers hit me up. So if you did go through with your stupid bullshit lawsuits, they'd be willing to countersue you for defamation. And that Ferrari you're driving around in, I think it'll look good on me. I am not a brainless, toothless Trump supporter who will fall for your bullshit, intimidation, and fear tactics. You will not win this. People, do you see what happens when you put pressure on these people? They start to melt. They start to lose it. So keep your foot on the gas pedal and put the pressure on these grifting assholes who are making money out of hurting our country, hurting your families, and hurting our futures. This motherfucker is actually trying to convince people that Sonia Massey threw hot water at the cop from 20 feet away.
And that's true. And that was so hurtful. As a black person, I was so hurt by that when he said that. And he said that Sandra Massey, she attempted to throw hot water on those police officers, and he sided with them. That shit hurt, man. Like, that shit it's hurtful. That woman got gunned down for some shit that you pushed from that cop lying. And then try to say, oh, well, you know, I used to be a cop, so I didn't, in that situation, no, you wouldn't. And if you did, that let us know that you would kill an innocent person. Like, yo, like, son, Massey, y'all remember that shit? Where the sister had the hot water on it and the cop lied and said, oh, she tried to throw it on me. Oh, put that down. You're trying to, and he shot her. This hot water, you could have turned your back on that and then turned around and pointed the gun back at her. She had no fucking weapon. And then, like I said, they went into her house. That's the crazy part about it. But, you know, Brandon Tatum, he ran with that shit. Sonia Massey tried to hurt a police officer with hot water. And then we watched the video, and then we know that didn't happen. And you still push that narrative. That's how they felt. The cops felt. The fuck out of here, bro. Because I used to be a cop. I would think that. No, you wouldn't. No, you would not. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And then, first of all, the average person, I don't give a fuck if you're a cop or not. If you were so threatened by her having that water, you back up. You don't come forward. Right? You don't come forward. It's hot water, bro. I burnt myself through hot water here and there. This is how I made a mistake and burnt myself. Listen. On my skin. Nigga, no. You're not pulling no gun out. You're not doing that. You don't do that. And then you took that shit and you ran with it. And then, like I said, that woman shouldn't have been dead over no shit like that. And she was mentally ill. And then all that woman said was, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And next thing you know, he shot her. And then somehow, some way, you try to blame it. Oh, it's just the hot water. He was scared of the hot water. And then he said, because I remember what you said, Brandon, you said, but she said in the rebuke of Jesus, somehow, some way that triggered him. That's what you said. That triggered the police officer. Get the fuck out of here. I can be religious or not. That don't trigger me to shoot no woman or shoot no person, regardless of who it is. But you made us, that's what you did. Then all that buck dancing you did, and that motherfucker still got arrested for it. He still got charged for it because he was guilty. And then you notice, even with Brandon, they are still pushing a narrative to try to to get the dude that killed George Floyd out. You don't get that nigga out. He killed somebody, bro. And they fucked up on that. They tried to push that shit real good. But you can push it all you want. Like I said, he got charged in the state level of murder. That's why they in Minnesota trying to push some shit to try to get Derek Chauvin, trying to get him immunity. That's why I told you elections are very important. State and level. Excuse me. They're pushing people to try to get this dude immunity. They did it in Texas. They doing it all around in these red states. They letting murderers out. They letting people that actually killed people, let them out. And everybody sitting there acting like, oh, we the bad people, or we the motherfuckers that's on some shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. They're literally letting people out. And like I said, January 6th, you can think whatever you want to think about it. Or listen, even if you thought that the what's the name was stolen, the election was stolen. The violence that happened, you can't defend that. Right? Because you don't defend if a black person feel about even with the George Floyd shit and niggas committed violence. Right? You're not giving them a pass. So why are you giving people on January 6th a pass? And when they committed violence and they were trying to hurt people and kill people. That's what I'm saying about people like Brandon Tatum. They're not consistent. They always lie, bro. They always lie. That shit is bullshit. That shit ain't right, man. Like I said, and this dude, he's sitting around acting like he's on a moral level, like he's talking on a moral level. You're not. You side with a dude and you voted for a dude that allowed people that harm and they beat police officers. But you're a former police officer and some reasons you understand that, nigga. Like, honestly, like, get the fuck out of here with Brandon Tatum. So they was bad cops that day, right? So now you understand what bad cops is. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit is crazy, y'all. Anyway.
I'll see you in court.
Welcome back. Longer life expectancies in America having a direct impact on investing and long-term saving, driving what some are calling the great wealth transfer. More than $124 trillion in assets is set to transition to the next generation in the coming years. Roughly $40 trillion of that money expected to go to women. Joining me now to walk through it is Abacus Global Management's Chairman and CEO, Jay Jackson. Jay, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm very.
My bad, people. Yeah, I'll leave it there, man. That shit is bullshit. You don't do that, man. Like I said, Brandon Tatum full of shit, and any of them right wingers, they are liars. They always justify hate. And then they sit there and act like everybody else is wrong about, or we trying to hate on them, or we being racist to them. But these are the same people that is okay with hate that happened to others. I'm not okay with happened to them is if they get harmed or hurt or something like that. I'm not okay with that. Somebody did something to nigga, lock their ass up. I ain't tripping on that. Like, I don't want them to be free, because if they can do that to you, they can do that shit to me. So, nah, I'm never okay with that shit. But these motherfuckers, they always try to pretend that we are okay with violence. And I'm not okay with violence. But like I said, fuck them all. And like I said, if something violent happened to you, it ain't my business. Anyway, people, I'm out, man. Leave your comments, hit the like button, support your boy, Mr. Opie out. Peace and love to the world.